This is what I'm saying. It could be more than 6 or 7. It could be more than that. I don't even know.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's about 4 a.m. right now, and there's one of the little cats. I don't know where it was hanging out. Somewhere by the back steps. So I woke up about a half hour ago. Like, I don't know, I just woke up and haven't been able to get back to sleep. So I said, let me check the security camera footage, and it ends up that these 6 cats have been hanging out in the yard. They were hanging out on the patio chairs, on the patio table, walking around the patio. So I decided to look out the window to see if they were still on the table. I don't see any on the table. They might be on the 2 farthest chairs. I don't know. I was going to grab a flashlight and look. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's 9:11 a.m. I'm sitting here getting work done on my computer, and Boo's been looking out the window. Look what's going on outside. See that? It's one of the babies. It's drinking some water. So this morning I realized that I have a whole bunch of kitten food, like canned kitten food, that I had purchased for Ditto because it's higher calorie than regular cat food and it has more nutrition in it. So when he was sick, I was trying to get as many calories in him as I could. So that's why I would sometimes give him the kitten baby food. And I'm thinking maybe I'll just put it out for the cats, but it's walking away, which is good. I haven't seen any of the other ones on the patio this morning. Here's Splash. And what I would like to do over the course of the next several days, well, we're coming into a long weekend right now, but maybe after that, I need to start looking into maybe figuring out some kind of trapping plan. Right now I have the one trap that I used for Ditto, and I tried to use on Hydrox. Maybe if I put it out in the morning, when there's usually not all 6 of them here at the same time, maybe I would be able to like do one at a time. I don't know. I'm just taking it one day at a time right now. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I also don't want like 12 kittens. Yeah, so it is in my mind. I am thinking about things. So again, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I have a million other things. So dealing with cats is not my day job. I have other responsibilities. I have a lot of other responsibilities. It's really just a part-time volunteer gig at this point. It's about 6:30 p.m. right now, and I'm going to put this toy outside to see if the cats want to play with it. The inside cats don't really play with it that much. They play with their other toys more often. And so this one there's 3 levels, and each level has a ball. The kittens look like they're capable of playing. Hydrox did not know how to play. Ditto did not know how to play. But I'm thinking, since there is like a family of 6, that, you know, maybe they will understand the concept of play. They might not know what toys are, because, you know, feral cats don't really know what toys are. So we'll see what happens. But what I did notice earlier was that this little rubber ducky was in the middle of the patio, so that made me think, well, maybe the cats were playing with it. I don't know. It could have been some raccoons moved it or whatever. So that's why I said, let me put the toy out. Let me see what happens. So I do have a camera pointed at this, so hopefully if anyone comes to play with this, the camera will pick it up. It probably smells like the inside cat, since this was sitting in the living room for a while. So I don't know. Maybe the cats will be afraid of it. Maybe they won't be. We'll see what happens. The other reason why I selected this toy is because it is not electronic and it's made out of plastic, and the balls are like plastic balls also, so it is weather resistant. It's okay to be outside. I'm putting 2 paper platters of food outside. So what I have here is some dry cat food in the middle, and then I opened a 5.5 ounce can of turkey pate for kittens. So that's like half a can on this side, half a can on that side, all totaled 1 can. And I have the same thing here. And Boo has been looking out of his window, and he alerted me to the fact that he saw the cats out there, because he acts a certain way when he sees them, right? I just put the 2 plates down and I moved the toy over. There's the camera pointing at them. So we'll see if anyone comes to eat. I am hoping that raccoons and possums don't come. The cats have been around, or at least a few of them, within the past 10 minutes. So we'll see if they come back. So right away, the big cat just showed up, the big tabby. So I think this one was hanging out behind the fence in the back, because that seems to be where it came from. I don't know if it sees something on the other side of the patio or what. It seems to be kind of on alert. Is it gonna eat? It's not gonna eat. It's a big cat. It's drinking some water right now. I just put fresh water out there around 5 p.m. I think it sees me. Maybe it's looking for the separate little plate on the side there. Or maybe it just wants water. It's 8:09 p.m. and I just put the security camera on so I could see what's going on, and there's 2 cats eating, 1 from each platter. So this is one of the kittens on this platter, and I don't know who's on the other platter. I don't know if it's the big cat or one of the kittens, but I'm happy that the cats got to the platters before the rest of the wildlife. And with regards to the cats, I'm hoping that there's safety in numbers, since there's like a clan of 6 and they hang out together. I'm hoping that is beneficial for them, the same way that Stella, Boo, and the kittens hung out together outside, and there was safety in numbers there. I'm hoping there's safety in numbers with the other cats, and that'll help keep like the raccoons and stuff away from them. Not that there's issues with raccoons, but we have seen some crazy raccoons. And it does look like the cat that's eating on the other platter is the big cat. So it's about 8:17 right now, and it looks like another cat or 2 showed up. It could be another 1 or 2 of the kittens. There's definitely 4 cats eating right now. It looks like the 2 torties showed up, and one's eating on the plate in front and one's eating on the plate in back. So if this is the fat tabby, and if the tortie's eating on the same plate as that cat, that would make me think that they are somehow related. Or that they at least know each other. It's about 8:25 p.m. and I just put the security camera back on, and it looks like the cat with the white boots, the white paws, is now eating off the back platter. And then I saw there's like a cat over here near the table. This platter looks completely empty. That platter might be close to empty. So, might give him another few minutes and then go out there with some more food. So that was 2 cans of food, and probably more than a cup of dry food. But we've seen at least 5 cats eat off of it. It's about 8:30 p.m. and look at this. I think this is the big tabby. Or this might be the little one. This might be one of the babies. And this might be the baby with the white paws, but look. Do you see the statue right next to it? That's Hydrox and Ditto. That's their statue. I had the statue in the cat shelter, but I took the statue out of the cat shelter, I don't know, like a week or two ago, when I first started seeing the cats coming around, because I thought maybe they would want to go in there if it's raining. Okay, the cat I'm filming right now is a Tianard cat. So if this cat is the fat cat, this cat has been Tianard. I don't know if this is the fat cat or if this is the skinny kitty with the white paws. There's so many cats and they only come around at night and it's hard to tell. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put some more food out. So while I'm showing you this cat, the black and white cat, the skinny tuxedo cat showed up. And that cat's probably looking for food too. So I'm going to go put some food out. Okay, so this is what's going on with the platters. So here's the cat with the white paws at the platter right now with the black cat. So I'm thinking the one that we just saw on the patio is the fat one. Because I think that's the young one eating. Again, it's hard to tell, but yeah, that does look like maybe it is the younger one. And there's the black and white one. Poor thing has no food because they ate it all. I don't know if you could see this, but there's some cats under the patio table. There's like 2 cats under the patio table. So here's what's going on. I opened another can of the turkey pate for kittens and I put it in this paper cup and I mixed in a whole bunch of water because, you know, it's been really hot today and it'll be easier to pour out of the cup and the cats like it. It's good for them to get the water. And then here's the can and I have a bunch of dry food in this. So I'm going to take both of these outside and dump them on the platters and that'll be it. So I just came outside and I put food on the platters and do you see this? It looks like there's 2 cats in the corner. Maybe it's the big one along with the black and white one. It's hard to tell because it's really dark and I have the exposure cranked. So these are the platters with the food and hopefully the cats will come back and eat it. So I've been inside for less than a minute and one of the cats is eating off of the platter. So there's the skinny one with the white paws. I don't know if the black and white one is eating. It's hard to tell. I hope there's not a third cat with white paws. Okay, so it's actually like one of the tabbies in the back, and then this looks like the small tabby in the front. I think this is one of the ones with the white paws. It's really confusing. So here I am thinking I'm dealing with 6 cats. So there's the skinny one, the skinny tabby with the white paws. There's the tiny tabby. There is the 2 torties. There is the blotchy tabby, and then there's the tuxedo. So that's 6. Then there's the big tabby, so that's 7. There's one of the torties. Chances are maybe there's even more than that, but I'm confusing them. I don't even know. I mean, when Ditto first started coming around, I thought Ditto was Hydrox because it was confusing. So there's the black and white one. There's the black and white one. Boo's been pretty calm tonight. He just jumped off the shelf by the window. The cats really want their crunchies, but I've been doing some computer work. I wanted to get a lot of work done today, so that way I don't have to deal with my computer over the weekend, but I had some unexpected things I had to do this afternoon for my day job. So yeah, so like right now there's 4 cats eating. And I don't see clipped ears on these guys. I mean, maybe this one. I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's dark. Look at this, 4 on a platter. And there's the 5th one in the back on the other platter. That's what it looks like. It could be that this is the only meal they're eating today. Like, I don't know where they were all day. I didn't see them in the morning. I don't know where they go. I don't know where they hang out. Usually feral cats will sleep during the day. That's when they'll get their rest. And I know from looking at the security camera footage that these cats are pretty much prowling around all night. So this could be their big meal. They could be on a 1 big meal a day schedule. And that's fine for cats. Like, I've talked to our vet about that. And he says, like, that's the minimum you'd want to feed cats. But for a while, when Ditto was inside, when he was sick, we're dealing with his mouth cancer. For a while, he was on 1 meal a day. And he got all of his calories during that 1 meal, and that was fine for him. Look at this. There's another one back there. So this is 6 right now. I don't know if that was the big one just passing through. This is what I'm saying. It could be more than 6 or 7. It could be more than that. I don't even know. It's 9:10 p.m. I just walked over to the back door, and when I looked out, 2 cats ran out from the door. See, look. Do you see this? This is one of the torties, and there's Boo. Look at this brave cat. It almost has a nose like Splash. It has a big black stripe down the middle of its face. It wants some more food. I'm gonna put some more food out for it. I'll give it some dry food. It's looking at Boo. Wow, Boo is so big compared to that cat. Boo's easily twice the size of that cat, if not 3 times the size of that cat. That's a really small cat. I'll give you some food, okay? See the cat? Can you see it? It's really brave right now. It must be really hungry. I just poured out a big bowl of dried cat food, which I'm going to take outside, and there's the cat. It was right by the door, and now it's looking at me. Oh, look at this. So here's the big tabby, and I can't tell if this one has the clipped ear or not. So I just filled up both platters with some dry food, and I left a little bit of dry food in this bowl, which I will leave over here. So the big one's back. That's the one on the right. And it was walking over to the bowl of food, but then the tortie came over and decided that it's going to eat it. And then that looks like another tortie. And Boo's rubbing up against me. I think Boo's really happy that I'm feeding the cats, because I've noticed that he's acting different now. He's not as like frantic as he used to be. So it used to be whenever Boo saw like one of these cats in the yard or a cat in the yard, he would just frantically start running from window to window. He'd run from this window to the back door, downstairs to the window down there, and he would just be like running from window to window. But he's not doing that. Like, he's not doing that at all. He's just hanging out in the other room, kind of waiting for crunchies. So I think Boo's happy, or happier. But I wanted to see if I could get a closer view of the big cat, which is why I was hoping it was going to go eat some food, because when I saw it walking on the patio, I went to get the camera. I didn't expect it to be back so quickly. There was just a very big possum on the patio, so the window's open a few inches, and I'm sitting here trying to finish this work on my computer, and all of a sudden I heard like the sound of an unhappy cat, like not a full howl, but you know, when like a cat might be giving a warning to another cat. So I said, oh no. I looked outside and there was a big fat possum walking on the patio, and then like two of the cats were like approaching the possum. So then I yelled out the window. I was like, hey, just because I didn't want a fight. But I think it just goes to show us that with the cats, because there's more than one cat, if there is an issue, that they will kind of gang up on whatever the issue is. So what happened was I went to look for my flashlight, and then I shone the flashlight outside the kitchen window to where the other platters are, and the possum was eating on one of the platters. So then I went to get the camera, and by the time I got back with the camera, one of the cats was eating on one of the platters. So I don't know if the cats chased the possum away or what. I'm actually going to have to look at the security camera and see if it's on the security camera. But I was definitely surprised that when I was yelling out the window at like the cats and the possum, the cats did not get scared and run away, because a few days ago, if I did that, they would have gotten scared and ran away. So cats are smart. So here's what happened with the possum. So here's the possum. It was eating off the plate, and that light is my flashlight. So I was shining my flashlight outside to see what was going on. And look at this. Here's the cat. One of the cats just goes right up to the plate, and the possum moves away. The cat was like, okay, I'm going to eat off this plate. And then the possum just walked off. These cats are fearless when it comes to like the other animals. And then, I don't know if you could see it, but there's like 2 or 3 cats under the table over there watching.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:10 a.m. I just looked out the window and saw this. So there's one of the kittens. And I have to tell you how mad I am. I'm so mad right now. I just checked the security camera footage from overnight. It looks like there was a coyote on the patio. The coyote came up the side of the house, and then it came over here. It sniffed this plate, and it sniffed around here, and then it left. It appears to be a coyote. It looks young. It looks really thin, look like very hungry. It's the first time I've seen a coyote in this entire town. The closest I ever saw a coyote was like 5 or 6 miles away, in like a few towns over, and that was many years ago. So I don't need this. I mean, just yesterday I was thinking, oh, that it's so nice that the cats are safe outside again, because I feel like over the past few years the cats really have not been safe outside. And then lately I was like, oh yeah, the cats are safer outside again. But nope, now there's a coyote roaming around. So I really truly hope it was just passing through and it went far away last night and it's not going to come back. But now I'm going to have to check the security cameras like every night to see what's going on. Here's Boo. He's very tired because he was up all night doing his job looking out the windows. Here's Simba. How you doing, Simba? Are you okay? It's 10:15 a.m. I was just outside surveilling the gate on the side of the house, trying to figure out how a coyote could get in. And when I came back onto the patio, this cat was on the patio, and then it kind of ran toward the back fence, and then I just came inside and it came back. So this is the little one, I believe. So like the other night when I was putting food on the platter and I said the cat was sitting in the grass like 12 feet away from me, this would have been the cat. The inside cats just had their breakfast, and so I'm putting out a platter of dry food just to see if that cat will come back. There it is, it's under the fence, it's watching me. So if I go inside, it's probably going to come out and eat some food. So my goal is to not feed these cats at night because of the coyote that I saw last night. I don't want to keep any food out overnight that could potentially attract predators. So I'm hoping it's just a freak occurrence and it's not going to happen again. But because of that, I am going to take more precautions. And one of the things that I would like to do is not feed the cats at night. So if I could train them just to come around in the morning for food, that would be better. So we'll see what happens. Another thing I found out is that coyotes are attracted to bird feeders. They'll actually eat like the nuts and the seeds and what's left over. So I have to make sure that if I do feed the birds, there's no seeds or anything left at night that would attract coyotes. Another issue is that coyotes are not necessarily only nocturnal. They can come around during the daytime also. So yeah, I'm hoping it was just a traveler passing through and we're not going to see it again, and we're not going to see any of its relatives or friends again. That's the situation right now. Here's Stella, she's by the back door. But I do feel violated. This is the first time that I actually feel violated in my own yard. It's really weird. I never felt this way with any of the other animals that have come to visit, even when we had like the crazy raccoons. It's 10:50 a.m. Here's Stella by the back door. And I was doing some work on my computer, and all of a sudden I heard like a piece of metal clang. And it sounded like it was coming from outside, so I looked out the window, and it was the little cat. And the little cat hit this metal garbage can because it seems that the little cat ate most of the food off of the platter. So it's about 3:30 p.m. right now, and I'm out here by this fence, and this is what I was looking at before, trying to figure out how this animal could have come in. I've been sharing some photos of it with some neighbors, and half of them seem to think it was a fox. Because they've said that they've seen foxes around here, so I am definitely hoping it was a fox, because it means the cats are safer around foxes. Foxes are not known to go after cats or pets nearly as much as coyotes are. And I'm not saying that foxes never attack cats. What I'm saying is that the percentages are way, way less than coyotes. So yeah, I mean, it would have to be really, really thin to make its way through one of these bars. And the only other thing I can think of is maybe it came around this way. I honestly don't know where the fat raccoons come in from, because the fat raccoons come in through here, and there's no way that they're fitting through here. There's no way they're going under here. So they must be like squeezing themselves around here. That's the only thing that I can think. I don't think they're hopping this fence. There's like a chain link fence over here, and it's only about, I don't know, 4 feet tall. There's a fly here. What I was thinking of doing is getting some wire and just like wiring this area kind of shut. But now I'm thinking about the bigger tabby, and is the bigger tabby, like, is that how the big tabby comes in and out? So I don't know. And this is where I have a water bowl for the wildlife. So I think right now I'm just going to treat it as if it was like a freak occurrence, because it honestly was, for as long as I've had these cameras up, which is like 5 years now. I've never seen a fox or a coyote in my yard, and the more I look at the video, the more I think it could be a fox, just because it has a really long tail, and supposedly coyotes have shorter tails. And I came out here with a tape measure, and it does seem to be not as tall as a coyote would be. So in one of the videos, it is standing near these chairs, and I measured the chair height, and it's only about like 18 inches, and it appears to be not as tall as the seats of the chairs. So that's making me think it could be a fox. Also, the length of the tail makes me think it could be a fox. I definitely feel better thinking that it was probably a fox. Hello, Boo. It's 7:15 and there's the little tabby. So I just went outside to shut off the light in the garage. I must have left it on. And he was walking around the yard. And when he saw me, he like stopped and then he went back to the fence. But once I came inside, then he came back. So he's looking for food. So there was just a tabby by the back door and it went running across the patio in that direction when it saw me. And the little tabby went to the back. So what I have here is I have a platter of food and I have a can of Friskies poultry platter. I went to the store today and I stocked up on some cans of Friskies. That's what I started feeding Stella, Boo, Splash and Simba when I first started feeding them outside, and then I upgraded their food as we went along. So that's why I got them some Friskies today, and I'm just gonna see if they'll eat it, and then I have some dry food in the middle. So that is one 5.5 ounce can, and I should say that I am actually shocked at the price of a can of Friskies these days. So I remember buying a can for 45 cents, and today the store that I bought this at, it was 76 cents. And then when I went to the supermarket later, I said, let me see how much it's being sold for here. It was 80 cents at the supermarket. So I just came inside and there's a platter of food, and the behavior that these cats are exhibiting is normal feral cat behavior. This is what all the other cats did at first. You know, when I would go outside, they would run out of the yard. You know, Hydrox used to do that. Ditto used to do that. Even Stella and Boo, way back when, used to do that. And then I would put some food out, and then they would come back. And who do we have here by the back fence? Look, it's the black and white cat. I don't really have set names for any of these cats yet. I kind of think, oh, look at this. Look, the two of them. That reminds me of Splash and Simba so much. That's exactly where Splash and Simba used to be all the time. Oh, this is one of the torties. I wonder if the cats hang out in my neighbor's yard all day. Oh, there's a third one. Is that Tiny? The little one? The littlest one of the bunch? Here, they're gonna come out and check out the platter. I only put one platter out because I only saw like the two cats, but if they all come out, maybe I'll just get another platter and just put both of them out right now. Look at that. I'll let them eat what's on there, and then I'll put another one out. I have not even eaten dinner myself yet. I was going to go maybe get some takeout today. I haven't had takeout in forever. They look really hungry. I don't know if they've eaten all day. Well, I know the little one has, because the little one ate crunchies that I put out this morning. But I don't know if the other one ate. And this one by the fence is just staring at me, so I'm going to move away from the door. So they're really enjoying the wet food, the canned food that I put out. And I estimated that if there's, let's say, 6 or 7 cats that are coming for a meal, I estimated about 4 cans of food. That's a little more than half of a can each. And, you know, if that's their only meal for the day, that along with some crunchies should give them a good amount of calories. Plus they are outside cats, so they do burn off more calories than an inside cat would. I think I'm going to put another platter out. It's 7:30 and I'm bringing out another platter of food. So this is another can of Friskies poultry platter. I do mix in some water, so I make it a little bit more like soupier for the cats. And then there's like 3 handfuls of dry food in the middle. And this is what the cats did to the platter. They pretty much ate everything. There's just a little bit of dry food left. And when they saw me, they ran under the fence. And there's a little one now. So I'm gonna go back inside, and ideally what I would like to do is just, you know, get them all fed before it gets dark, and then remove the platters, remove any trace of food. I just came back inside and someone came back to eat. I don't know if this is the little one or one of the torties. It might be the little one. Maybe he or she is the little one because they haven't been getting enough food. It's 7:51. Here's Splash, and look at this. Look. The black and white cat is by the back door. Oh my gosh, it reminds me so much of Ditto right now. And here's Boo. Hello. Hello, little kitty. Hello, little kitty. And there's a big possum. Look at the possum. Wow, did you see it walk past? Look at this. Oh my gosh. 3 babies. And there's a 4th one eating. I'm going to put another platter of food together. I just ordered some takeout, so before it arrives. There's Splash. He just charged the back door. It looked like he was trying to chase someone away. And there's Boo. So I just came out with another can of Friskies in this white cup. I just mixed it up with some water in the white cup. I'm going to pour it on the platters. And then in the can, I filled it up with some dry food. I'm going to pour that on the platters also. Instead of wasting another paper platter, I'll just use what's out already. So here are the 2 platters, and I feel like the cats are starting to get a little bit more brave because they're just watching me from the periphery. And this tortie here is actually on the patio with me. Boo wants to know where his is and how come he's not getting any. Okay, I don't know what you could see because it's really dark, but there's 3 cats eating off of the 1 platter. Okay, now someone's going to the other platter. And there's a 4th cat walking around. So right now there's 4 cats. I don't know where the other ones are. The one with the one with the white boots, and then the blotchy tabby. It's 8:15 p.m. Both of these platters are completely empty, so I'm gonna put out 1 more can of wet food that I've mixed in with some water and some more dry food, and then that's it. I'll give them, I don't know, another half hour to eat it, and then I'm gonna pick up the platters. And there they are. I moved them over so I could see them from the cameras now. I was just checking the security cameras, and the other 2 showed up. The one with the white boots, and then the one with the blotches on the side. So I just put out some dry food. It is 9:09 p.m. I just went outside to collect the paper platters. There was a little bit of dry food left on one of them, but I threw the platters away, and there's a few crunchies on the patio, so I wasn't gonna like sweep them up or anything. If any of the cats come back, they could eat whatever's on the patio. One of the cats was on a patio chair. It was kind of just relaxing on the chair and taking a bath. And then when I went outside, it kind of ran off to the back. Okay, it might be this one that's coming back. This is the one with the white paws. If that's looking for any food, it could just eat whatever's left on the patio. And so, mission accomplished tonight. The cats ate, and the platters were cleaned up, and the garbage was taken out, and hopefully there will be no unwanted visitors tonight. I also made sure both gates are shut, so hopefully that will help deter some potential wildlife also. There are obviously ways into the yard because the cats are coming in and out, but hopefully any larger animals will be deterred. And I'm glad. So this cat's now eating the crunchies off the patio, whatever's left. I did see all of the cats eat on the security camera footage. They all ate food off the platters at some time, so I know they've all had some food.
Stella Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
It's 2:15 p.m. and here's Boo. I was filming a video in another room and all of a sudden I heard the sound of cat vomiting. And before I could get to Boo, this is what happened. He vomited on my books. I was just reading these books like less than an hour ago. I just happened to put them down on the floor and I went to do something else and I came back and Boo vomited on my books. This is why you never leave anything important on the ground if you have a cat. I'm making homemade raw food for the cats that is going to be cheaper than supermarket brand canned cat food. It's 7:30 p.m. I just put out a platter of food, so there's some homemade raw food on it along with some crunchies. We'll see if any of the cats come to eat it. When I went outside, one of the torties flew across the patio. So that cat is hanging around, I don't know where. And then I looked at the security camera footage and about an hour ago, the little cat, maybe I'll call him Tiny, he was walking through the patio, and then earlier than that, the one with the white paws, like the little boots, he was walking around. So they've been in and out, and normally over the past few days they come around for food when the sun's starting to go down, and the sun's starting to go down now, so we'll see if they come and eat this. It's about 8 p.m. and there are 3 or 4 cats outside eating off the platter, so I'm putting another platter together. And this is more of the homemade raw food with some crunchies on top. We'll see if they eat this. So I just came outside and there's a cat to the left of me on the patio. I think it's the black and white one. And there was a cat to the right of me. There was also a possum. So I just put down a new platter of food. Look at that. They ate almost all the food. They ate all the raw food off the other platter. And they left some of the crunchies. So hopefully they'll eat the food off this platter, and then I'll put some more food together for the other platter. Look at this. He's staring at me, he or she. I don't know if it's a he or she, but when I looked at this cat, all of a sudden I heard Sammy Davis Jr. So I'm wondering if I should name this cat Sammy. Are you Sammy? Is your name Sammy? Sammy? Sammy could be like male or female. Hey, Sammy. I wonder if that's the name of it. I just came inside and 3 of them ran back to the food, so I'm glad the food's a hit. I'm glad they like it. It's about 8:15 p.m. I just looked at the security cameras. The platters outside are clean, so I was going to put some more food out. Here's Splash, he's by the back door, and the question is, are there any cats looking at him? Yep. You see them? It looks like the little baby. The little tiny one is right there. And one of the torties is on the step. I don't want to scare it. Yeah, look, the tortie's still on the step. Look at that. I don't know if this is in focus, guys. I'm sorry. And there they are. So I'm going to put some more food out. Hello. Stella's looking out the back door now. There's the little one. He was just walking toward me. The tortie's still on the step. There's Stella. Stella, do you see the babies outside? So here are 2 more platters of food. There's some homemade raw food. I mixed a bunch of water into it, and then I put some of the crunchies on top, some crunchies around the sides, so we'll see if they eat that. It's 8:30. Here's Stella by the back door. I just checked the security camera and looks like both platters are empty again. So let's see if Stella's talking to anyone. No, there's no one near the steps. There's actually 2 cats eating off of a platter, but I'm gonna go put some more food out. The platters were completely empty again, so I just put out some more of the homemade raw food. So this is it. That is a full pound of homemade raw food. and then I put more of the crunchies on top, and these will be the final 2 platters. Then that'll make 6 platters of food, so each cat should have had plenty of food to eat. There's 2 cats right there on the patio, and there's another 1 or 2 kind of a few feet away from them. It seems like they're getting a little bit braver, and I hope they eat fast. I don't know if it's supposed to rain tonight. It almost feels like it's starting to drizzle a little bit, so I'm gonna go inside, so hopefully they'll just eat really fast. Look at this. Look at this. I'm still out here, and the one with the white shoes is eating, and then the other one, I think that's one of the torties. I'm sorry if this is not in focus. Another tortie just ran to the food. And I think the little one's over there too. See the little one? Reminds me of Simba as a kitten. Oh, there goes. There goes the black and white one. Looking at me. So they're definitely getting braver. It's only been a few days and I'm standing out here and they're eating food. I just looked outside and there was a big raccoon. So I don't know if you could see it, but there's a cat here, a cat here, a cat there. The raccoon was here. It like wanted to go toward the food and the cats were charging at it. They were like, oh no, you don't. You're gonna leave. I don't know where it went, but this is what I'm saying. Like these cats are like a gang and there's definitely safety in numbers. Now there's another cat walking along the side of the garage. I don't know if that's the big one. It's hard to see who is who. But right now I got 2 of them looking at me. I know you can't see anything because it's dark. I just cranked the exposure. It didn't help. The black and white one's staring at me. The one with the white paws is staring at me. Because when I saw the raccoon, I was yelling. I was like, hey, hey. And I was going to open the back door, but then I saw that they were taking care of themselves. So there was 3 raccoons eating the food, and I don't put out this food for raccoons to eat, so I'm not really happy about this. The cats are all scattered about somewhere in the backyard area. This one's just sitting here. Some of them ran that way. So what I did was I opened the door and I was shining the flashlight on the raccoons. Can you see there's 3 of them? That's my flashlight. It's like square. Stay away. Don't go near them. There's a cat underneath the table. The black and white one is under the table. See the black and white one under the table? So, yeah, I'm not happy. I did not make raw food for these raccoons to eat it. I made raw food for the cats to eat it. So basically, this means that I can't put any more food out tonight for the cats because the other wildlife's just going to eat it. I don't know if you could see it. Okay. Way back in the corner of the fence, there's a cat back there. At least the cats got the majority of it. So it seems that what happened was that the one raccoon came by and the other cats were like, oh no, you get out of here. And then it brought its family members. They're like, oh, what is this, a gang fight? I don't know if you could see this. So here's the raccoons, right? Did you see the cat in the grass not far? Yeah, these cats are so brave. It's crazy. But that's how they're surviving. They're surviving by being brave. And then there's 2 others in the back. They're coming up. I hope there's not going to be a problem. So now there's 3 cats over there. 3 cats back there. There are the raccoons, and there's a cat under the table, and there's actually a few cats near the bottom of the table. There's one, look, there's one. So the raccoons are kind of surrounded. Look at this. Look at that one, just sitting on the patio. The black and white one's kind of taking a bath under there. It looks like they're almost done with the food. Look at this. Keep walking, buddy. Keep walking. Is he gonna go to the water? Stay away. The cat's still under the table, and it went under the table. Oh, now there's 4 cats in the back. Who's that one way under the fence? Oh, maybe the other one went around. Maybe the one that ran off went around. I don't need this drama. So I think it's pretty obvious that what I would have to do is make sure that the food goes out earlier, hopefully before any raccoons come wandering around. The raccoon was smelling the back of one of the cats. There better not be a fight. Now they got some cats cornered in the back. So the issue is that when I yell at the raccoons for them to leave, the cats freak out also. Although I think the black and white ones still might be around. I could be wrong. But all the ones in the back freaked out. My goal was just to get the raccoons to freak out enough to leave and leave the cats alone. Because if the raccoons are more scared of me, then they'll leave before they can cause any harm to the cats. So I didn't hear any kind of cat fights or anything. Hopefully there weren't any. But with feral cats, you know, feral cats are very quiet. So they don't make a lot of noise. So I'm out here, and the black cat is right here, the black and white one. And I was talking to it, and it laid down like it wanted to be friendly. I was like, hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. How you doing, Sammy? This is a super bright flashlight. Here, I just put the lantern on. It's one of those tactical flashlights. It could really be blinding, so I don't want to bother this cat. But look, I'm here and it's just hanging out. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. There it is. It only ran a little bit. It's still hanging out. I just walked to the driveway and it was like almost following me. And then I came back and it just scooted near the greenhouse again. I think it's really brave, and I think it likes the fact that I was trying to stand up to the raccoons for the cats. I was trying to defend them. Alright, so I'm gonna go in now, and that's it. So this is my flashlight. It is a tactical flashlight, and it is really, really strong. If this is on high and you shine this in someone's eyes, you can temporarily blind them. So I'm thinking maybe I should just find another flashlight. I have other flashlights around the house. I should find one that's not so strong to use with the cats. It's about 9 p.m. and the cats are having a tablespoon of crunchies, and they're having some roasted turkey as a snack. Splash is done with his already. Wow. And Boo is meowing for it in the kitchen. So one of the local supermarkets in the deli counter, they make their own like store brand roasted turkey. They make it at the store. And sometimes I'll buy like a 1/4 pound of it, and then I'll give it to the cats as a snack. They're not having a whole 1/4 pound right now, but they're just having a little bit each. I try to stay away from giving them any kind of like cold cuts or lunch meat or deli meat, whatever you want to call it, because there's usually lots of chemicals in it. But because this one is supposed to be just like plain roasted meat, look, Boo's trying to steal Simba's. That's why I get it for them. So Splash finished his, and I interrupted that fight waiting to happen. Gave Boo a few more crunchies and moved Simba over so he could eat what he wants. It looks like maybe Simba does not like the turkey. Maybe he's eating around it. But Splash seems to like it. And Boo devoured his. And Stella ate hers. So it's always like that. It's always like 3 out of 4 cats like something. Then there's like one that doesn't.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's 12:05, and the little cat is sitting under the feeding table by the water bowl. So this morning, I put a small plate of crunchies outside just to see if anyone would come by. And this little one came by along with the tortie with the stripe down the middle of its face. I'm kind of thinking maybe that one should be named Ziggy, because it kind of reminds me of Ziggy Stardust with, the stripe down the face. I'm not settling on any names yet. Everything is still up in the air with regards to names. But what I did then was I put a platter of food out with some Friskies and some Crunchies, and they came back and ate. And I'm pretty sure this little one is a boy, because I just checked the security camera footage and his backside looked like a boy. So then I put some more crunchies on the platter just in case someone wanted to come by and eat more. And I checked the security camera again, and it was the little guy along with the one with the white boots. Now, if I name the black and white one Sammy in honor of Sammy Davis Jr., I'm kind of thinking maybe the one with the white boots should be Frank. Like Sammy, Frank, and Dean, the Rat Pack. Maybe the blotchy one would be Dean. Maybe this one would be Frank, because the white boots kind of remind me of Go-Go Boots. And Frank Sinatra's daughter had that song, These Boots Are Made for Walking. I don't think this cat is female. I think this cat is a male. Otherwise, I think it was Nancy Sinatra that sang that. Maybe the cat would be called Nancy, but I don't think it's female. I think it's male. Also, I'm going to put some more food out. I'd rather they come by during the day than deal with the raccoons. Also, if they come by during the day, if I need to trap them and take them to a vet to have them spayed or neutered, it would be better. I don't want to do it at night. And also it's supposed to rain later. So here's another platter. This is another can of the Friskies. It's one of their seafood-based foods, along with some crunchies. This is what's going on with the other plates. It's about 7:30 p.m. and it's just starting to rain now. It's a very light rain. And I put a platter of food out a little while ago, and one of the torties ate some food. And then I just took another plate out, and the cat with the blotches, the blotchy tabby, was eating some food, but as soon as I opened the door, he ran. So hopefully he'll come back. And hopefully this table will keep any rain and water out of the plates. There he is. See him? There's still a little bit of food left on the platter he's eating on. And then on the one next to it, that's the full one. I'm pretty sure this one is a male based upon security camera footage. I think the smallest one is a male. I think the one with like the white boots is a male. I think this one is a male. I don't know what the black and white one is, and I think the two torties are girls. It's around 8 p.m. right now, and the platters were completely empty. So I just put some more food out. I put out another can of Friskies. I mixed a lot of water into it. And I also put out some crunchies. So if they come back to eat, fine. If not, maybe they had enough. I don't know where else they're eating. I don't know who else is feeding them. I don't know where they go during the day. I don't know where they go the rest of the night. I do know that they're pretty active at night. I do see them on the security camera footage walking about the yard, but I don't really know. So here's one. So that's good. I'd rather the cats get the food than the raccoons. It looks like there's two now. There's one on the left and one on the right. I'm checking out the security camera footage. Look at what's going on here. So there's a cat eating here. Here's the other cat. And there's a possum in the background, right? So this cat moves. And the possum is just like walking around. It's looking at the cat. Now it's just nonchalantly coming and eating off this platter. So there's a cat eating on this platter and a possum eating on this platter. These cats are really brave and they seem to be friends with most of the wildlife. They weren't afraid of the raccoons yesterday or the night before, and they're not afraid of possums. These cats are definitely outdoor survivors. There's another cat now in the back. Is that the black and white one? I don't know if they're going to attack the possum. Oh no, that's a tortie. There's two. That's one of the torties. So this camera got moved. And I'm trying to figure out who moved this camera. Okay. We got a good shot of the backside. Yeah, those torties appear to be girls. Usually they are. There's another cat. So the possum left. Obviously it was surrounded by 4 cats. 5. There's the 5th cat. I want to know how this camera got moved, though. Because it's no longer pointing at this table. I don't know if one of the cats rubbed up against it, or if a raccoon came by or something. I don't know. But it should be on this clip. There's another 2 minutes left. Well, I do have to say, I mean, they're a happy cat family. They all get along really well. Or at least it appears that way in any of the footage that I've seen. This one looks like a boy. This is the little tiny one. Oh no. Did the camera freeze? Oh, this is not good. I want to see what happened. There's audio, but there's no video. Now there's a skunk. I put 2 platters of dry food out. Do you see it? The skunk is eating the food, and the cats are watching it. Here's the skunk, there's a cat, and there's 2 cats. They're just like, okay, let the skunk eat. As long as that skunk does not spray them. Please don't spray my patio furniture. Oh, look at this. The cats seem to want to get along with everyone. They don't want to start problems. They just want to peacefully coexist. Skunk's still eating. Look at that. So there's some over here. There's some cats under the patio furniture. And there's a cat there. Look at the. It's gonna lay down. The cat's laying down to watch the skunk eat. And the other ones are just hanging out. Do you see? You can see their eyes. And there goes the skunk. Skunk's just walking away. And the cat went right to the platter where their skunk was eating. These cats are really something else. It is 6:11 p.m. and that's Boo. He's meowing because he wants some of this food, but he's not getting it because he just had his dinner. So this is a can of Friskies. I think it's a turkey and giblets with some water mixed in, and then there's some dry cat food mixed in with it on the platter. I'm using a plastic platter today because it has been raining all day. It's really wet outside. I don't know if the cats are going to come and eat anything. I saw one of the cats on the security camera came by a few hours ago looking for some food, checking out the feeding table. So I'll put this out and I'll see if anyone shows up. If they do, fine. If they don't, fine. Boo, it's not for you. It's for the poor cats outside, okay? It's for the less fortunate cats that are living outside, Boo. So everything outside is very wet and it's still raining lightly. And that's one of the old platters that I used to feed the cats on when they lived outside. So this platter is probably like 6 years old and it fits under this table. The only thing is that, you know, with 6 cats eating under this table, they all can't fit under it at the same time. When I was only feeding, 3 at a time, Stella and the kittens, they fit well under the table. They actually had a smaller table at the time, I believe. So this table is just a cheap piece of plywood from Home Depot that has been cut down. I think it's 2 feet by 4 feet, but I could be wrong. It might be like 18 inches by 36 inches. And then it's just a 2x2 that's been cut into, I think those are 12-inch segments that are the legs, and I think it's just held together with some nails or some screws. Grandpa Frehley made this when Hydrox and Ditto were living outside. So yeah, it's just a really cheap thrown together table, but it does the job of keeping rain or snow off of cat food and giving the cats a little bit of shelter while they're eating. So Boo was crying, so I gave him the rest of the little can of Wellness chicken and herring that he likes to have mixed into his dinner. And Stella likes it too, so I gave her a little bit as a taste. So they're having a little snack right now. They're gonna have crunchies in a few hours, but this is really just to keep Boo from following me around the house and crying at me. It's 6:39 p.m. and here's Stella. She's watching one of the torties eat the food on the platter. It showed up a few minutes ago. There it is. It was looking up at the window before. I didn't want to scare it. I don't know if the other cats are going to show up or not, but at least this one's eating. So here's Stella. And there's another cat sitting in the grass. Maybe this is the one with the white paws. To me, this looks like one that I haven't seen before, because the small one, the tiny one, doesn't have a white bib like that. Maybe this is The one with the white boots, maybe it just looks different because it's been out in the rain. Let's see what happens. Are they going to greet each other? Yeah, stretching, good sign. Kissing. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one with the boots. Okay, there's still plenty of food on that platter. They could share it. Did you see what the tortie did? So the tortie walked over to the other cat and was like, oh, hey, how are you? You can come and eat with me. And invited the other cat over to eat. Isn't that nice? So I'm happy it's earlier today. And I would like to get these cats on an earlier schedule. Look at Boo. He's watching the cats. I put out another can of Friskies mixed with some water and a whole bunch more of the dry food, so the platter is full again. They ate everything off of that platter. So the two cats finished off a 5.5 ounce can of Friskies, so that means they had like a half can each, and they had a lot of crunchies. And look at these two. They act like they haven't had food all day. They just had a very nice dinner not too long ago. But they're reminding me of when these two used to be living outside. This is how I used to see them all the time. I always used to see Stella and Boo, and this is what they would do. They would be together like this, and they'd be waiting for food or looking for food or eating food if I gave it to them. Maybe it's bringing back memories for them. They're remembering when the two of them used to be outside like that. So it's now about 8 p.m. and it's raining again, and there are two more cats eating. This is, it looked like it was the small one, and then the blotchy one, the classic tabby. So it seems that they're eating in pairs, which is good, because then they could fit under the table better. And it looks like that platter is just about empty again. What I'm realizing is I should clean out the alcove under the house. Not that I have a lot of stuff under it, but I have more stuff under it than I used to when the cats used to hang out there. So I should definitely move stuff out, because then these cats would have some place dry to hang out. I just put a third platter of food out. It's the same thing, another can of the Friskies and a whole bunch of dry food. So 4 of the 6 have eaten so far. The ones who haven't are the black and white one and another one of the torties. So hopefully they'll be the next ones to come by. Maybe they're coming in shifts. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens. That's it for the night. Hopefully it won't be raccoons or possums or anything. I'll check the security camera in a little while and see what happened to it.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's about 6 p.m. right now. I haven't seen any of the kittens around. So I'm going to put some food out. This is the homemade raw food that I made for them with some crunchies on top. Hopefully they'll show up within an hour or so because I don't want the food to go bad. I put it under the feeding table. It's not raining right now, but the table is still here. So I figured, why not? Hopefully the ants won't get to it. Also, I want to show you something. See this hole? This is the hole in the foundation of my neighbor's house where the cats used to go. I don't know if this kitten family still goes down there, but this is where I saw like Stella go in years and years ago. And I think I've even seen Hydrox and Ditto go in here. It's funny how the cats all kind of know where the hidey holes are for them. So this house is completely under renovation right now. I don't know what they plan on doing with this part, like where the hole is. Hopefully they're not going to fill it in while there are cats inside of it. I mean, with a hole like that, I would think there'd be rodents inside of it also, but I don't know. Maybe that's why the cats like to go in it, because rodents are in there. I know it's like so loud right now with all the cars and the airplane and everything, but I just wanted to show that to you while I got a good shot of it. It's 6:25 p.m. I just looked out the window and saw this. So this is one of the cats. Not sure which one, but it looks like they ate all the raw food off the platter and then left the piles of crunchies. Maybe they're gonna go back and eat the crunchies. It seems like these cats really like the raw food, which is fine because it's cheaper to make than buying Friskies. It's 6:38. I just checked the security camera footage, and about 3 or 4 of the cats showed up. They completely finished everything that's on the platter. It looks like they're in the back of the yard now. I'm gonna go put some more food together for them and put more food out. I just filled up the platter with more homemade raw food. I put a bunch of crunchies on top. There's all kinds of like little bees or wasps or something flying around here. So I'm gonna put this back under the table. Hopefully the cats will eat it. There's one of the cats now. That might be Ziggy. I haven't 100% decided on that name yet. I'm gonna go inside so they can come back and eat. So the minute I went outside, they all scattered, they all ran away. 2 of them ran under the fence in the back where we just saw the little cat, so hopefully they'll come back. So the second I turned the camera off, the tortie came running to the food, and then there's the other one. The one with the white boots. So at least they're eating. I haven't seen the black and white one. Sometimes it's hard to tell the cats apart when you don't see them like in full lighting, because a tortie can kind of look like a tabby in the dark. It's about 12:30 p.m. and I put a plate of food out a few hours ago, maybe like 3 hours ago or so. And it's a can of Friskies and a whole bunch of dry food, and nobody has touched it. Nobody's been around. So I'm just documenting this because I don't know where the cats go. Hopefully someone else is also feeding them and taking care of them. We'll just see what happens. It's 12:45 p.m. and Boo just let me know that there's a cat outside. He was running around the house, and I could tell by the way he was looking out his window. So this looks like it's the small one. Hopefully the food is still good. I mean, it's been out there for a few hours. I see some like bees flying around it. Hopefully it's not full of ants. But the cat's eating it. It looks like he's eaten like half of it already. Wish those bees would go away. Boo, you see that? You see who's outside? Who's that person? Who's the person outside, Boo? Who is that person? What's their name? They all need names. What's their name, Boo? Look what he did. He ate all the canned food and he left the dry food. It's about 6:10 p.m. I put a platter of food out with some Friskies and dry food. Looks like the cat is eating the Friskies. There's a whole bunch of like those little bees swarming around. I think this is the tiny cat. Now, I thought the tiny cat was a mackerel tabby. I'm pretty sure it is. So maybe this is the blotchy tabby. This is obviously a blotchy tabby. I don't know, now I'm starting to wonder if there's more than 6 cats. It's 7:06 p.m. and there's the little cat. So it is a mackerel tabby. The one we saw a little while ago was the blotchy one, the classic tabby. And Stella and Boo are watching from the back door. That's how I was like, I wonder if anyone's outside. They were both very intently looking out the back door. It's 7:15. There's another cat outside. This is a blotchy tabby. I don't know if this is the same one that was just here a little while ago. It looks like it might be darker fur than the other one, but it's hard to tell. Oh, and here's one of the torties. So I'm glad they're eating. If they finish the food, I'll put more out. I do have to take some garbage out though. I might have to go out the front door and walk around the entire yard. I don't want to disturb them. So now there's 4, and the one with the white bib is looking at me because they want more food. There's one in the grass, the little one's out in the grass. And then it looks like the tortie's eating with the blotchy one. So I'm going to put another platter of food out. I just came out with another platter of food. This platter's basically empty. And they all ran under the fence. There's one right there, but the others are under the fence. Oh, there's another one popping its head up. There's the one that wants to eat. The one with the white. Are they going to come over to me? Come on. Come here, baby. Come on over here. You gonna come over here and eat? I just came inside, see? Look, it's jogging up to the plate. Now it's walking, it's looking around. Here comes the other one. I think I'll mix up some more food for the other plate and bring it out and just put it on the plate. I have a whole bunch of food in this cup. It's some raw food as well as some canned food. This one's not moving away too fast, which is good. Hey baby, I'm gonna give you some food. He kind of looks like Stella, doesn't he? Hello. Hello. Here, food. Come on. Getting bit up by bugs. I don't know how these cats can do it. There's a whole bunch of food. It's 10:30 and I just looked at the security camera footage and there were several cats just kind of poking around looking for food on the empty platters. So I just made some homemade cat food today and I put it out on the platters. So we'll see if they come back. We'll see if they eat it. It's not raw cat food. It's actually cooked cat food. So I don't know if they're gonna like it. We'll see. This is what's going on outside right now. So there's 3 of the cats eating the food that I just put out. So this is the homemade cat food. And they seem to be enjoying it a lot. It's 11:20 p.m. and I was just shutting the window in Boo's room a little bit. I'm kind of getting everything ready for bed. And I just looked out the window and one of the babies was right here, right by the back door. It's been hanging out. I don't know where it went. Boo just jumped up next to me. Maybe it wants more food. I'm gonna go to the back door and see if it's near the door. Yeah, it's right by the door. I think this is the little one, the little tiny one. You probably can't see it through the door, but it's there. I'm gonna open it very slowly. This is the little baby one. It's looking at me right now. Hello? Hello? You want food? So the cat's eating, which is good. I think that's the cat we just saw. And it is definitely starting to get colder out. It's probably in the 60s right now, so I feel bad for the cats as it gets colder. Yeah, this is the little baby that was just by the back door. I'm glad he's eating. It's 6:50 a.m. and I was just watching some security camera footage from this morning, and one of the torties, I think Ziggy, oh yeah, look. One of the torties has been hanging out by the food bowls, just like sitting by the food bowls like this. I don't know what they're doing right now. Maybe they're hunting something. But it seems it's just been waiting for some food. Oh, it's hunting a bug. It's 8 a.m. and I'm still getting ready for my day. I'm just about done. And look at this. So this is one of the tabbies. I don't think this is a tortie. I think this is maybe this is one. No, this is one of the tabbies, I think. This is the blotchy tabby, I think. It's hard to tell these cats apart sometimes. I'm pretty sure that's the blotchy tabby. I have to come up with a name for that cat. It's 8:15 a.m. Finally getting the cat served. So this is some of the homemade cat food with the cooked chicken. And this is some crunchies. I'm going to put it down for the cats. I don't see anyone right now, but hopefully they'll show up and eat it. I just came inside and look at this. Look. 3 cats. So while I was getting ready for my day, I was thinking about the cats, and 2 names came to me. So for the blotchy tabby, I keep calling it blotchy, but it actually has like rings on its side. So I was thinking Ringo. The name just came to me. I was like, oh, Ringo. So I'm going to see how Ringo fits that cat. And then for the little one, I was going to call it Richard, like Little Richard. So we have Sammy Davis Jr., Sammy, Ringo, Little Richard, which is Richard, Ziggy Stardust. And then the question is, who is this guy with the white? I still have to figure him out, and the other tortie. I like to let the names come to me. Like, I did not consciously think Ringo, it just kind of came to me. I was like, oh, Ringo. And the same thing for Richard. I was not consciously thinking about it, it just kind of came to me. Like when I was outside the other day and I heard Sammy Davis Jr. So I'll see what I hear for the other 2 cats, and we'll see how these names fit Ringo and Richard. We'll see if that fits them. But I'm really happy that the cats like this homemade food. The raw food is so much easier to make than the cooked food, at least for me, because all you have to do is prep the meat, put it through the grinder, and freeze it. When you have to actually cook it, that adds a lot of steps to the process, and a lot of time to the process, and overall, it's just much messier because everything gets like really greasy and heavy, and there's just a really big difference. I feel like when I make the raw food, everything is nice and fresh, and then after you cook it, it's just not nearly as fresh. But it was a good experiment to make the cooked food. and to see how cats would react to it. And the cats love it. It also could be made in a series of steps. Like you could hard boil the eggs a day before, you could steam some vegetables a day before, you could cook the hearts and livers the day before, then you could cook your chicken the day you're going to mix it all together. I forgot how long it takes to cook chicken, and then you obviously want it to cool, so that adds like another several hours to the process. And then you have to wash all of the pots and pans that you cooked everything in. That also adds a lot of steps and time to the process. So I think this is a good sign that the cats are here in the morning, especially if I am going to try to get them spayed and neutered, because now is the time that I would be putting a trap out. And I do have to call some local vets to see who could handle something like that. I have did some research. I found one that supposedly handles TNRs locally. So we'll see what happens, what their intake procedure is. And I do want to call the vet that I take my cats to, because I'm familiar with them and I know they're good. So I don't know if they handle anything like that. And there is another local animal hospital that I would want to contact to maybe have as another backup, just to see if they would do something like that. I don't want to use the animal hospital that I took Hydrox to and Ditto to, and I am really not a fan of that practice, that location. I've been taking the cats there just because it's fairly local and I know they're 24/7. But when I did the math, I mean, their prices are outrageous. And there's another local emergency animal hospital, but they're only open nights and weekends. They're not open during the day. So it never hurts to have more than one animal hospital that you go to, or even more than one vet for various situations, especially if you have more than one animal. Anyone who's been to various vets know they all have their strong points and weaknesses. So once they finish that, I'll put some more food out for them. Meanwhile, I'm going to get started with the inside cats. So the cat is almost done eating. Or should I say Richard is almost done eating. And something that I just realized with regards to naming cats is that what I always look for is resonance. Resonance is basically how a name resonates, or how it feels with regards to the cat, its surroundings, the universe, if you want to take it to a larger level. So I don't settle on a cat's name until I feel like it really resonates with me, with the cat, and just with life in general. So that's why I'm kind of, not set on a name until I feel one that resonates. So that's what I'm really trying to do here. You think he looks like a Richard? Little Richard? I think it resonates with me, but we'll have to see how it resonates with him. Here's Boo, he's watching the cats. You can tell when he's watching a cat because he gets very intense. Right now he's very intense. Hey Boo, I'm going outside. Hey Boo, I gotta move. Hey Boo, you gotta move. Okay, come on. Let's move. See how smart he is? Look at what's going on here. 3 cats. I'm standing here holding a bowl of food and a container of crunchies. I just want to see what they'll do. Are they going to run, or are they just going to hang out? Hello. Hello. I just put the homemade food on the plate. I'm gonna add some crunchies. The lawn needs to be mowed. The landscaper is supposed to show up today, so I'm trying to get this done early. I'm standing here near the food, and this one is starting to walk toward it. The grass is all dried out because of this drought that we've been having. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Backing away, backing away, backing away. Look at this. Look at this. Look. I'm only about 8 feet away. Look at this. Look at this. The tabby reminds me so much of Simba. Oh my gosh. Okay, you eat. I just came inside. There are like these little bees or wasps or something that are trying to eat the food also. I was trying to shoo them away, but they really like that homemade food. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's roasted chicken and sardines. I put dry food out also. I'm making soup with the bones. So I put the bones in a pot along with some water. I'm not adding any other ingredients because I don't know if I'm going to be adding this to the cat food, mixing it into the cat food. I put out some more of the homemade food maybe like 45 minutes ago, and none of the cats have come back to eat it. So that should mean that they've eaten enough food this morning and they're full, which is good. I think I only saw 4 of them, so if the other 2 show up, they can eat this. If not, that's fine also. The chicken broth is continuing to cook. I'm probably going to simmer it for at least 2 hours to get all the flavor out of the bones. So this makes it even more economical to make your own cat food, because then you get all this chicken broth. And this chicken broth can be put into the cat food mixed in instead of water for additional nutrition. Or if I wanted to, I could then put additional ingredients in here and make it suitable for human consumption. It's perfectly suitable for human consumption now without additional ingredients, but people tend to like additional flavors like some carrots, celery, onion, that kind of stuff. I could actually put carrots and celery in here for cats. That's not bad for them, but I'm just making it really plain. It's 9 a.m. I slept a little bit longer than I normally do today. And I looked out the window a little while ago, and little Richard and Ringo were hanging out on the patio. So I just put out a plate of food. This is some canned Friskies with some dry food. And this is Richard. He's eating the food. So I went outside, I put the platter down, and then I was filling up one of the big water bowls, and he started eating while I was still outside. So then when I moved over, like started to walk inside, then he kind of ran away into this back area. And then I called his name. I was like, "Hey, Richard, go and eat." And he stopped and he looked at me. He's like, "What?" So he came inside and he went to eat. I was watching some security camera footage from overnight, and last night was a full moon. Like, it was a big, full orange moon. It looked like a Halloween moon. And all the cats outside were running around the patio. It was so funny. I never saw them do that before. They actually knocked this camera down. See how it's facing the wrong direction? I have to go fix that. They were hanging out on the patio chairs, and they were doing some play fighting, which is the first time I saw them do that. Splash and Simba used to do that all the time. But I'm hoping maybe because now that they're eating better, they're eating on a regular basis, that they have more energy. Because, if cats don't have energy, if they're not really eating a lot, they're going to conserve their energy. But maybe since they're getting a better diet now, they have more energy to play and run around just for the fun of it versus just for survival. It's about 11 a.m. I just looked out the window and saw this. So no one had been eating the food. Like Richard ate some of it. And then I just looked out. So it looks like Richard came back with the one with the white shoes. It's 6:40 p.m. And it looks like that is Richard and Ringo. From what I could tell. I could be wrong. It's hard to tell. So I put out some of the homemade cat food, not the raw. They had the raw yesterday. I put out the homemade cooked cat food, which they seem to have eaten most of, and then I put some of the, I put some dry food in the middle. Oh no, that's not Ringo. That's the other one with the white. I still don't have a name for him yet. Chuck Berry wore white shoes. There's quite a few photos of Chuck Berry wearing white shoes. So I was thinking of calling him Chuck. So this would be Little Richard and Chuck. But I don't know how that would really fit him yet. I'm still working on what resonates with him. Well, I'm very happy that they like the homemade food. I still have a bunch more of it to put out for them. It's a gray and rainy day today. The cats are all taking a nap. I thought it would be a good time to open up some mail, so let's see what the cats got.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
This looks like a letter. It says, "To Stella from the heart." And there's a 1957 Chevy. This letter says, "Hello, Miss LF. I wrote to you and the cats about a week ago, but I just had an unbelievable thing happen. I was feeding the birds along with the squirrels in my yard, and guess who I saw? It was Mr. Peanuts. He said he fell asleep in the back of a furniture delivery truck. It was a long ride from Canada. I felt bad for Mr. Peanuts, so I let him use my telephone to call Cousin Squirrel. He told Mr. Peanuts he would send him a sack of peanuts along with a bus ticket. I figured you would like to hear about my chance meeting with Mr. Peanuts. The videos I'm watching right now, you're opening Christmas cards, the one with the lady with 13 cats, and the photos card. So you must be about 10 months behind. The Life is Good shirt, meowy and bright. Just to refresh your memory, I see you got the plastic bags you use for making the raw food. Did you ever use the ice cream tubs you received? After a day or so break, I am watching your video that is showing the two black cats that are in question if they are Boo's offspring. I have to wonder if they are 2 years old. Why has it taking this long to make an appearance? Look at Boo licking the popsicle. His eyes are jet black. He sure is a good-looking cat, except right now he has an eye booger. Well, Miss LF, I'm going to get this in the mail. I'm sure I'll be writing again when the mood strikes. Say hi and bye to all the cats. You are so lucky to be surrounded by such beautiful animals. They truly are God's creatures. From the heart, Craig." Thank you for this letter, Craig. It sounds like you're watching the videos like not in order of how they were posted. You might just be watching the videos how YouTube is suggesting them to you. But if you go to our channel page, the Lucky Ferals channel page, which is youtube.com/Lucky Ferals. Now our handle on YouTube is @LuckyFerals. So if you go to our channel, and then if you click on videos, so I don't know how you're watching these videos, if you're watching on a phone, a tablet, a computer, or a TV. But if you're on a mobile device, you can go to our actual channel and then click on videos. And you should be able to sort the videos from the oldest video to the newest video, or from the newest video to the oldest video. It lets you sort them both ways. Then you can watch the videos in order. I also have playlists that include all of the videos. So you can watch like the Boo Day videos, which is that entire first year of Boo. Then there's the Boo Year 2 playlist. You can watch all those in order. Lucky Ferals Season 3, Lucky Ferals Season 4. You can watch all the seasons in order. There's a playlist for every season. And that way you can watch the videos in order. So yeah, it seems like you're just watching them in a random order that YouTube might be suggesting for you. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope you're enjoying them. But yeah, if you want to watch them in order, the best way to do it is through one of the playlists. And again, if you go to the channel itself, the channel page itself, you will see a section for playlists. And then you could select your playlist and then just start watching them from there. Then you'll be able to watch them in order. So right now, as I'm filming this, videos are about 6 weeks behind, which means the videos that I filmed 6 weeks ago are being posted now, just because it's been a very, very hectic few months. It started when my shoulder went out. That's when I really started getting behind with everything, because I couldn't move my arm for, at least a week. And, I was dealing with such pain, I couldn't even really type on a computer. So that's when things really, really started backing up, and they just have continued to back up as, life gets busy. So this video, this mail time video, will not be posted 6 weeks behind. This will be posted more in real time, just because I think it's better that way. People like to know that I actually received what they sent to me. So thank you very much for the letter. Thank you so much for watching the videos. We hope you're doing well. And here we have another envelope. And this says, hello, enclosed a donation for your maintenance of the cats and the well done videos. Enjoy your voice. I have 2 ferals and getting a polydactyl kitten. Best regards from Richard. Thank you so much, Richard, for your very generous donation. It will be put to very good use on cat supplies. And I think that's awesome that you have 2 ferals and you're getting a polydactyl kitten. That is so nice of you to take care of those cats. We hope you've been enjoying the videos. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again for the donation and for this letter. And here we have an envelope or a package. It says contains photos, please do not bend. And let's see what's inside. Dear Lucky Feral Mom, my husband and I tie-dye t-shirts, sarongs, bandanas, and other items. If you have some favorite colors or a bathing suit you'd like to match, I'll make you one when we tie-dye again next summer. Oh, that is awesome. What is this? Look at this. Check that out, guys. Isn't this cool? I think it's a sarong. I have something similar to this that's actually also tie-dyed that I use for a sarong when I go to the beach or to a pool or something. So I think that's what this is. This is nice. This is really nice. Thank you so much. You guys do a wonderful job with the tie-dye. I just realized this perfectly matches my beach chair, my beach blanket, and my beach umbrella, because my chair is blue and my blanket is like red and blue, and then my umbrella has all 3 colors. So this is like a perfect match. Thank you so much. And then what do we have here? Photos enclosed, do not bend. This says Havila Ferals updates from summer 2022. Here's a card. That's very pretty with all of the autumn leaves. Thank you very much for your generous donation. This says, hello again, Lucky Feral Lady. Happy fall. I wanted to update you on our cat colony. We've had cats adopted and a new arrival. There has been less tension in our colony due to the departures. We had a nice summer, although the cats were a little stressed when people were here painting the house and rebuilding our porch screen enclosure. We may be taking on another cat. My husband's aunt passed at 96 years old. Wow, 96 years old. And had been caring for a feral cat. The neighbor took over but is going south for winter, so we may take Max into our colony. Please enjoy the gift of the sarong for you. I certainly enjoy the gift of your videos on year 2, number 129. I tie-dyed the sarong, used the cash for cats. I wish you and the cats a happy fall. Love, Linda and the Havila Ferals. Thank you so much, Linda, for your generous donation and for this lovely sarong. I am definitely going to enjoy using this next summer, or if I happen to take any vacations before then, although I doubt I will be. But if I do, this would be coming with me to the pool. And what do we have here? Look at this kitty. Does it go this way? Look how cute. This says readopted June 2022. Yuzi is now named Peace. Turns out that the family member that adopted him was allergic to detergent, not the cat, so they took him back. That is great. I had him trimmed before they adopted him. He had matted fur. He's enjoying the house cat life. That is so great that he was readopted, and it was so nice of you to take care of him between that. And look at this kitty. Look at the collar. It's a fashionable collar. This says, moved away. We don't see Gandalf anymore. We assume the family moved away. Hopefully Gandalf is safe and sound somewhere with his family. Look at this cat. Look at the fur. So fluffy. This says, adopted, moved away. Yowler was adopted by a nice neighbor who has moved away. That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear this cat was adopted. And who's this? This looks like Boo, actually. It's a beautiful black cat. This is Shmoo Kitty. Shmoo just enjoyed playing with big feathers and the box. Shmoo is happier now with less cats around. And there's Shmoo. And who's this? This looks a lot like Boo also. This is Scruffy and the latest photo of Scruffy. Looks like Scruffy could be one of Boo's cousins. Oh, and look at this one. This looks like Boo also. Look how the sun is bringing out the highlights in the color of the fur. Scruffy likes his belly rubbed like Boo. So these are both Scruffy. Scruffy's a lot like Boo. And here's another photo of Scruffy with a catnip toy. This reminds me so much of Boo when he was living outside. And there's Scruffy being a cuddle bug, just like Boo. See, I think they're related. And here's a photo of Marble and Shmoo. Isn't that a lovely photo in the clovers? And it says that Marble and Shmoo are still buddies. And look at this. Who is this? Look at the markings on the nose. This says, introducing Enzo. We spotted him in our yard the first week in June 2022, just after Yuzi Peace left. He was super friendly right away, so I figured he was someone's cat. Then he showed up with a collar. He eats with us often. He eats crunchies like the Cookie Monster eats cookies. Crumbs flying everywhere. That's very cute. I remember when Simba used to eat like the Cookie Monster. And here's another photo of Enzo. Isn't that a pretty photo? This says, Enzo is a sweet and fun boy. He is very playful. He seems young. He is daring, even with Shmoo swatting at him and trying to chase him off. Enzo will jump in if I am playing with Shmoo or other cats with pull toy. And here's Enzo again. He was rolling around in the dirt. He reminds me a lot of Splash. And look at this. This is a big tuxie. This says, I finally can get close enough to Spats to take better photos. He is still very skittish, but often wants pets at breakfast. That's great that he wants pets at breakfast. That's good progress. Pets will start at breakfast, and before you know it, he'll want pets all the time. And here's Spats again, chilling by the house. It says, every morning after breakfast, he goes under the car and I play with him with the long feather. Eventually, he tugs hard on it and I let him pull it under the car. That's great that he knows how to play and he lets you play with him. And here's a photo of Shmoo and Marble. It says, cats always want to know what's going on. I think we're doing some yard work, Shmoo and Marble. And here's a photo of Enzo, Marble, and Shmoo. And it looks like they were relaxing in the yard. Maybe they were playing. And here we have 5 cats with catnip toys. They look like very happy cats. That's a cute garage too. This says 5 cats with catnip toys. Enzo is by the grill next to the garage. Hard to see in photo print. You can see the cat houses in the back. 4 houses. So I think these are the cat houses over here. That looks like a really cute setup. It looks like a really great place for the cats. Like a nice, safe space for them to hang out. Thank you so much for sharing these photos with us and for the sarong and the donation. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope you've been enjoying them and we hope everyone there is doing well. All right, now we have this package to open. Let's see what's in here. This says treats for National Feral Cat Day, October 16th. Joe from Forest Hills, Enigma 26A. Thank you so much, Joe, for these treats. The cats got squeeze-ups, and it is perfect timing because we are starting to run low on squeeze-ups. So we got tuna with salmon. I think these are all tuna with salmon. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Joe, Enigma. The cats are gonna love these. They haven't had this flavor in quite a while. So there are 8 packages here, each with 4 in the package. And this should last us quite a while. So thank you so much for thinking of the cats on National Feral Cat Day. And thank you for sending these treats. And here we have a box. Let's see what's in here. Check this out. It says Danica Jubilee Perfect Pinch Bowl Set. Set of 6. These are for snacks or prep. Look at these adorable little bowls. They look like cats. These would be great for little crunchy plates for the cats. Or maybe I would even want to use them for little snacks. These are really cute. So here's a blue one, and a yellow one, and a gray one, and an orange one, and another blue one, and a white one. So these are all of the different colors. Isn't that cute? 6 little cat dishes. And this is from Janet Stemper. Thank you so much, Janet. These are adorable. It is so nice of you to think of us. I could give 1 to each cat and then still have 2 for myself. So that is really cute. Or maybe I'll just give them all to the cats and let them all use them. Or maybe I'll just use them all myself. I don't know. They're very versatile. They're a really nice size if I wanted to eat a few, like almonds or peanuts or anything. This is a really good size. Or even if I wanted to snack on some blueberries, this is a cute little size for something like that. Thank you so much again for this very unique gift. And here's another box. Let's check this out. And here's another set for Grandma and Grandpa. They are going to love these because they'll be able to use these in their cooking videos when they show the different ingredients that they use. Thank you so much, Janet, for thinking of me and for thinking of them. It is mail time, and I'm here with Simba. And the cat's got some mail. Let's see what the cat's got. Hey Simba, what'd you get? You gonna help me open it? Isn't it cute? It has stickers on it. You gonna open it? Yeah. No? You approve of it though, right? Simba says I could open it. You gonna help me? You wanna help me? You just wanna hold my hand? You gonna open it? Here. What'd you get, Simba? What is that? Look. Look. Isn't that cute, Simba? It's a notepad. And it says to Boo list. Isn't that cute, Simba? Simba likes it. Don't eat it, Simba. Simba, don't eat it. Simba, don't eat it. You gonna read the card? Wanna read the card? Look at that, isn't it cute? It says, wishing you a Halloween with good scares. Simba, don't eat the card. That looks like a baby Boo. That looks like a baby Boo. Simba. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. It says, good treats, good fun, good times, pretty much good everything. Wishing you a very happy Halloween to all of you, Nicole, LaRue, and Zoe. This says, hello to all of you, Lady LF, Grandma and Grandpa Feral, Stella, Splash, Simba, and Boo, and your new feral friends in your yard. Since I moved to another place, I have lost track of your videos, which are not beginning with season 5 episode or season 6 episode. This info is inside the video, so it is difficult to follow the sequence. So I always put the season number and episode number in the title of the video on YouTube, and I also put it in the video itself. Like there will always be, right after the introduction, a title card. So the season and the number is usually in 3 places actually, because then I always put it in the video description also. Actually in 4 places, because there's also a playlist for every season. So every season 5 video is in a season 5 playlist, and every season 6 video is in a season 6 playlist. So that's really the easiest way to keep track of them. This says, I will be more attentive to your site because I love to see you and your bunch. You have new friends in your garden. Will you make winter house for them like you did for Hydrox and Ditto? Good news happened to Zoe. Sorry for no photo. She is 13 years since July, and the vet said that is in a good shape. She is petite and she is keeping her shape since last year. Well, happy belated birthday to Zoe. That is wonderful. I'm very happy to hear that she's 13 years old and she's doing very well and she's in great shape. And I can't say anything with regards to making winter houses for the cats because I'm posting this video out of sequence. So I'm posting this mail time more in real time. Like the vlog videos right now are about 7 weeks behind. And I don't want to issue any spoilers. I don't want to ruin the enjoyment of watching the videos for anyone. I did not get any spoilers when I was living through what I was recording. Everything that I was documenting, I had no idea what was going to happen next. So I don't want to give out any hints or, you know, I don't want to answer any questions relating to what's going to happen next. I'll just say, please make sure you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell so you get notified for all new videos, so you can actually follow all the videos and the story. And also I will be posting the compilations on Saturdays, the In Case You Missed It, ICYMI. That stands for In Case You Missed It. So like probably every other Saturday there will be a compilation so everyone could just catch up on like all the individual videos if they happen to miss any. But I'm very happy to hear that you're doing well. We wish you and Zoe a very happy Halloween. Thank you so much for your very generous donation. That will definitely be put toward cat supplies. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting this channel, and we hope you are doing well. And thank you again for this adorable notepad. And here we have a package. This is from Zoa. What did Zoa send? Ooh, look at this. Look how cute this is. It's like a really big quilt or like a blanket or even a wall tapestry. And it says, Happy Halloween, trick or treat, the Boo Crew. Isn't that awesome? Simba's gonna check it out. Simba, you like that? Okay, Simba approves of it. Simba says he's gonna lay on it. He approves. He's claiming it as his. Thank you so much, Zoa. This is so cute. Don't ruin it, Simba. This is like something that I would hang in Boo's room on the wall because it's so nice. But it looks like the cats might want to lay on it. Yeah, look at Simba. How you doing, Simba? I don't know. Did Zoa put catnip on this? You okay, Simba? Simba says he loves it. Simba says he loves this. What are you doing, Simba? Simba says it should be the Simba crew. Simba says it's not the Boo Crew, it's the Simba Show. What you doing, Simba? You like it? I want to show everyone the back of it. Watch out, Simba. Look. Do you see this? Look at all these cats. Look at all the black cats. Simba's going crazy. What you doing, Simba? What you doing, Simba? What do you smell? Catnip? I wonder if Zoa put catnip in here. Hey, Simba. You okay? You like it? Simba says he loves it. Thank you so much, Zoa. This is so nice. You do absolutely beautiful work. Okay, Simba, let's... You want me to put this over on you? Uh-oh. What's in there, Simba? What's in there, Simba? Something's in there? Good? Good, Simba, good? Simba says he would like to wish everyone a very happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Simba. Thank you so much, Zoa. We hope you and Marty are doing well, and we hope you guys have a very happy Halloween.
Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
It's about 5:30 p.m. right now. This is what's left of the bird seed for the day. I've been putting seed out for the birds and they've been enjoying it, and the cats have been enjoying watching them. And this is what's going on with the cat food. So the platter on the left is the platter I put out this morning. It had a can of Friskies on it and some dry food. You can see there's still dry food on it, so the cats are not starving. I have not seen them much lately over the past few days. We had about 2 straight days of rain, so I don't know where they go. Wherever they go, that's where they were. And today I saw Ringo for a little bit, and then the one with like the white boots. I saw him. And I think I saw Richard for a little bit. I might have seen one of the torties, but they didn't stick around long. They were just kind of passing through or eating a few bites of food and then leaving. So the plate on the right, I just put out maybe like a half hour ago. And I saw someone eating that. I don't remember exactly who, because I just kind of quickly glanced out of the window and it's hard to see with the table in the way. So, we'll see if someone comes back to eat them. Again, the cats have not been around much over the past few days, and that's fine. I did call several local vets today to find out about spaying and neutering, and yeah, I'm having no luck with regards to that. I talked to the vet that I take the cats to, and I knew they really didn't do stuff like that, knowing how long it takes to get appointments there, and you know, I usually have to wait at least a week. I did not think that they were set up to do like if I have a cat trapped to be able to bring it there and get it spayed or neutered. But the receptionist that I spoke to was able to give me some other information for a few other people to check out. So that's what I did. And I also called a local vet who is known for handling TNRs. And due to the vet shortage, they say that they can no longer handle any kind of spay and neuters from individuals. They will only work with shelters and rescue groups. So I was like, well, what am I? I'm not a rescue person. I'm rescuing these cats. I'm TNRing them. So I just thought that was really kind of messed up that they would not even talk to me about that. That was kind of rude. So I have a few other leads, and it will be interesting to see who else around here can handle something like that. Hydrox is pretty much living in my yard for a while. Ditto was pretty much living in my yard. Boo was completely living in my yard for several months before he came inside. These cats are more transient. They're just kind of come by, visit, see if there's any food, leave. If I come outside, they run out of the yard, pretty much. That's what they've been doing. So it's definitely a different situation. I just came inside and here's Stella. She's hanging out in this little bucket. How you doing, Stella? So when Stella was living outside with Boo, she was here like every day. She was eating all of her meals here. Her and the kittens were eating out of the automatic feeder, and you know, I was able to pet her, and I was working on socializing her and training her. It was a very different situation than it is with these feral cats right now. Because Stella was here so often, I was able to really keep a good observation on her behavior and notice if she was in heat or if she wasn't in heat. So the first time that I saw her in heat, I was like, okay, you're an inside cat now, and I kept her completely separate from any of the other cats that could get her pregnant. So the issue with these cats outside is there's 6 of them. From my observations, I think 2 of them are female, 4 of them are male. I don't have a good observation on their behaviors right now. And so it's very different from the situation with Stella and Boo and them being outside, even with Hydrox and Ditto. Now, Hydrox and Ditto had tipped ears already, so I kind of knew that they had been spayed or neutered. With this set of cats, I have not noticed any tipped ears. I noticed one on the larger cat, or what appeared to be one of the larger cats. But again, it's getting hard to keep track of these cats because there just seems to be a lot of them. And what's hard is that they're not here on a regular basis. Even with me putting food out more regularly now, they're not coming around on a regular basis. So that leads me to think they're getting fed somewhere else. Other people are feeding them, and hopefully other people will be taking care of spaying and neutering also. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time. I might end up calling a local rescue group and just seeing if there's anything they could do. Maybe they'll put some traps around here locally and see if they can TNR them. So that would be good, because it would take it off of my hands and off my shoulders, and with everything that I have going on, it's not something I need to be dealing with. So again, I'm just taking everything one day at a time now. There's no reason for anyone to get stressed out or freaked out or worry about anything. Everything is fine. Right, Stella? It's about 8 p.m. right now, and some of the cats have been eating. I'm not sure which one this is, but I've refilled these plates several times now with the homemade raw food that I made for them. And there's also some dry food on the plates, and they're eagerly eating all of the homemade raw food, and they're actually leaving the dry food. So that's interesting. I'm happy they're eating the raw food. I'm mixing in a lot of water, so they're getting some good hydration that way. Even though I did refill both of the big water bowls, sometimes cats don't drink enough water, so it's good for them to get liquid in their diet. And yeah, I'm gonna go back inside now. If they finish everything that's on the plates, I'll put more food out, but for now that's good. It's 7 a.m. and we got torrential downpours last night. It was such strong rain. It woke me up a few times, and we had thunderstorms too. I don't know where the cats go, the outside cats go. It's good that we got rain, because we definitely need it. We've been in kind of a drought this summer, but I was thinking about them. I was like, I hope they're someplace nice and dry. These are the platters that were left out under the feeding table. The cats ate most of the food last night before it started to rain, but they've been completely flattened and need to be cleaned up. And here's Simba. I don't know what's going on with Simba. He's been very friendly to me this morning. He's following me all around. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. Simba doesn't trust Boo. Also, around 1 o'clock in the morning, Simba reminded me to put raw food out for the cats to have breakfast today, right, Simba? Yeah, the rain woke me up, and then I got up to look out the window, see what was going on outside. And Simba was being very attentive to me, so I was like, what's going on, Simba? What's going on? And then he reminded me, he said, you gotta take out the raw food. So we did, Simba. We took out the raw food, right? And I have to go buy some. I want to see if I could get the Stella and Chewy's little pieces versus the large patties. Right now I have the Stella and Chewy's large patties, and I know they sell the little pieces. I just don't know what store around here sells them, because the store that I buy the patties does not have them, and the store that I have bought them out is out on Long Island, and obviously I'm not going to travel out there just to buy the cat food. So I want to see if there's any other local stores that might sell them, because in a few days I do have to go out to Long Island on an overnight trip, and I want to put that in the cat feeders so that Simba doesn't get sick from the other brands. If not, I guess I might just have to use some freeze-dried Stella and Chewy's, although Stella doesn't like that. What I did last time was I put a variety of freeze-dried little pieces in everybody's feeders, so they could eat what they want, and if they wanted to mix and match in other feeders they could. Hey Stella. And that seemed to go okay. Look at Stella. Look how pretty Stella looks. Isn't she gorgeous? I got her this dress today. I went to a pet store that I have not been to before because they have raw food for the cats that I wanted to get. No other stores around here have it, so I had to kind of drive to a few towns over. And they had some Halloween costumes and Halloween toys. And I saw this one. I said, I think Stella's going to like it. And look at this. She let me put it on her. And she's happy in it. Like, she likes it. It's like a princess costume. We know Stella's a queen, but this is like a princess costume. It might also be a queen costume. It did not come with a crown or tiara. I think Stella has one. I know Stella has crowns and tiaras from the past. It's just I need to find them. But look, Stella loves this costume. So it has Velcro that goes around her neck, kind of like a cape. And then it has another piece that wraps around her body. And this is a large because it goes by like measurements, like torso measurements and neck measurements. And, you know, they have like really extra small ones for like the really tiny dogs, like little chihuahuas and stuff. And here's Simba. I think Simba's like, where's his costume? I don't have one for you, Simba, right now, okay? I got this new one for Stella, and we're going to see how she likes it. I want to see if it fits, and it fits her perfectly. Stella, you're so pretty. You're so pretty in your costume. She says it's not a costume, it's a dress. Thank you. You're so pretty in your new dress, Stella. Your new dress is so pretty. She says that she approves of this one because it is very pretty. It's very regal. Right, Stella? I got a container of crunchies. Look at Stella. You want some crunchies? Stella, would you like some crunchies? It's a little loose on her because I honestly didn't think she'd let me put it on her. Stella, would you like some crunchies? Stella, would you like crunchies? Some crunchies? Okay. Okay, Your Royal Highness. Okay, here you could kind of see. Here you could see how she's wearing it. See how it goes around her tummy and around her neck? Okay. Okay, Your Royal Highness. Okay. Okay, let's have some crunchies. They're eating a few crunchies. Here you go, Splash. Splash is like, what's this? Here, Stella. Stella. Okay, so she's stealing Splash's crunchies. Here. They're only getting a few. Here's Stella. Oh, the top of this is wound up. Okay, everybody? It was a nice snack, right? Very nice snack. That's it, Boo. Here, I have 2 more. Okay, Stella, 2 more because you're a good sport. Here goes Splash. All right. Good job. She won't let me take it off. Watch. She's trying to attack me. Stella, you can't wear this all day. So I was able to get it off. I unvelcroed the piece around her neck, and then she kind of just stepped right out of the rest of it. So I'm glad she's really happy with it, and I'm glad she likes it. It's 6:48 p.m. I'm just about to feed the cats. Boo walked over to the back door, and he just like stopped and stared, and I was like, what are you looking at? And I looked outside, and right there on the patio was the big tabby. And here's the big tabby now. It's eating some leftover food. So I put some food out this morning. I put out some canned food and some dry food, and it wasn't really eaten. Look at this. Here comes little Richard. Is that little Richard? Checking out the cat, and there's another cat. There's another cat. Who's that? Is that Ringo? They're looking very cautious. I still think they're related to this cat. I don't know if this is the mom or what. Because they do come around when the cat comes around. We saw them approaching. It could be a situation where if this is the mom is like, hey guys, you need to kind of do your own thing. Stella wasn't like that with her kittens. Stella was very, very close to her kittens. She did not want them out of her sight. She did not want them to be independent. They all lived outside together until the kittens were about 9 months old. They were actually about the size of these cats when they were still living outside. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery. Is this big tabby related to the other cats, or are they not related? Are they a distant relative? Or are they, is it like a mom or a dad? It's very interesting. So anyway, I'm going to go feed the inside cats, and then when the inside cats are done, I'm going to put some more food out for the little babies outside. Here's Boo, he's doing his job. He just stretched out his neck, so I got to look out the window again. Someone's meowing. Who's meowing? Who's meowing? Is this cat meowing? No, I don't think this one's meowing. Then there's these two here. Where's it coming from? That's not Boo meowing. So it was this big tabby that's been meowing, because this is a security camera footage, and it's definitely this cat that was meowing. I'm going to play it again. It appears to be looking for one of the other cats, I would think. I hope it's not in pain. When Hydrox and Ditto lived outside, they would meow like that to each other. That's how they meowed to each other to communicate. Like to find each other. 7:15, I'm taking some food out. So this is one of the cans of Friskies with some homemade chicken broth mixed in and some dry food. I bought some more paper platters today. I went to the Christmas tree shop, and I'm gonna put this out for the cats. Oh, there's one of them. It just walked behind the fence. So there's the fresh food, and I'm gonna throw the other platter away. Okay, he was just on the patio, and then when he saw me walking in, he moved. There he is. You see him? See his tail? He's waiting for me to go inside. There he is. He's walking over. He's checking it out. He's not gonna eat it? Alright, I wonder where he ate. Maybe he's waiting for someone to join him. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. 5 of them. at once. Are there new ones? I'm sorry if it was blurry. All right. No, that's the 5. The only one that's not there is the tuxedo, so Sammy is missing. I gotta bring another platter out. I'm coming outside with another platter. I'm trying to figure out which cat is which. They ran to the back. They're still there though. Alright. So there's Richard cleaning his butt. I still have not settled on a name for the one with the white boots. The 2 torties are in the back corner. Hey, be nice. Be nice to each other. Here, I'm giving you food. Ready? I just put another platter of food under the table, and look at this. Look at this. They're hanging out. They're probably 12 feet away from me. Looks like they're getting comfortable. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hello, little baby. What's your name? What's your name? Okay, I'll go inside so you can eat, okay? I'll go inside. So right now, there are 3 eating. And there's one sitting there. So that's 4. There's plenty of room on the platters for the other cats to come and eat. We'll check back in a little while and see what happened. It's 7:28. Do you see what's going on here? The cat is on top of the table. I don't know if the table's sturdy enough because those legs are kind of wobbly. I'm thinking his name is Charlie. Because I was thinking about Chuck. And, you know, Chuck could fit because of Chuck Taylor's, you know, the sneakers. And also for Chuck Berry, because Chuck Berry wore white shoes, so it could be like Chuck. But he doesn't seem to be a Chuck. And then I was like, well, what about Charles? I don't know if he seems to be a Charles, but maybe a Charlie. And Charlie could be male or female, so in case I'm wrong, it could go male or female. Look at this. Look at this. Now someone's on this table. Is that Ziggy? Or is that the other one? So the only one that would still need a name would be the other tortie. I don't know if this is the other tortie. So if that was Charlie, then we have Sammy as the black and white one. We have Little Richard, we have Ringo, we have Ziggy, and then it would just be the other tortie. But I would have to get a better look at the other tortie. Oh, are they telling me they want more Friskies? Look at the platters. It looks like they ate all the canned food and left the dry food. All right, I'm gonna go and open up another can of wet food. They're getting brave. So here's another can of Friskies. I put it in a cup and then I add some of the homemade chicken broth to it. So it kind of makes like a soup. And there's the cat. What's your name? Are you Chuck? Is your name Chuck? Maybe his name is Chuck. It's like Charlie Brown. In which case his name would be Charlie Brown. Oh, look at this. This one's right here. This one reminds me, Little Richard reminds me so much of Simba. Oh, look, they're kissing each other. Chuck or Charlie? What's your name? Is your name Chuck or Charlie? Chuck or Charlie? I am pretty close to these cats right now. Maybe like 8 feet. Chuck? Charlie? Charlie? Chuck? I don't know. It could be both. Maybe I'll call it both. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Charlie. Which one? Tell me which one you like. Chuck or Charlie? Chuck or Charlie? Are you Chuck or are you Charlie? That poor cat doesn't know what's going on. It just wants food. there was still about a third of the wet food on the platters, but I just gave them the other can anyway. I can't believe how like comfortable they are right now. I'm only like 6 feet away from them. I think tomorrow I'm gonna see if I could call the local rescue and see if they can be of any assistance with regards to getting these cats trapped and neutered. I would like to, like the end goal would be to get them trained, socialized, and adopted out. Preferably in pairs, at least. I mean, I don't think anyone would take all 6 of them. I mean, that would be the ideal situation. The absolute ideal situation would be to keep all 6 together. But I don't know how ideal that would be. I mean, I don't know how many people that would take 6 cats. People might take 2 cats. Maybe someone would take 3 or 4, but I would definitely want to keep them somehow together, even if it's not like the entire group together, even if it's just like in pairs. Hey baby, you're pretty, you're handsome, you look like Stella. You remind me of Stella. You look like a mix of Stella and Simba.
It's 8 a.m. Good morning, Your Highness. Did you sleep well? Stella loves this dress. She let me put it on her again today. Except she laid down so I couldn't do it around her belly. I couldn't put the Velcro around her belly, but she never lets me put anything on her like this. I guess she was waiting for something suitable for her stature. She just moved over here. How you doing, Stella?
It's about 9 a.m. and I just came outside with a platter of food. I've seen 2 cats this morning. I saw little Richard walking around, and then I think I saw the tortie that doesn't have a name yet. And I'm putting this food out just to see if anyone wants it. It's under the feeding table. It's a lot cooler today. It's a really cool morning. It's probably only in the 60s, so we'll see how today goes. There are the 2 doves. I think they're waiting for me to put some food out. I wonder if they could see the bird feeder from where they are. They're really high up. This is the automatic feeder that used to be outside for the cats. It was in the doghouse shelter, and the cats used to eat out of it. But about a year ago, or almost a year ago, when Ditto came inside, I took the automatic feeder setup apart because I didn't need it anymore outside, and it's been in the garage. So I just dug it out of the garage, and it needs to be cleaned up and refurbished and set up, and I'm gonna probably have to move the doghouse structure from where it is now to somewhere around here. So this is where I used to keep the automatic feeder set up, but once I moved it out of here because I didn't need it anymore, I moved the patio table and chairs over here, and these work really, really nice here. So I kind of don't want to move these. And this is where I have a feeding table for the cats, because I do have this security camera pointing at it. They could run to the back easily. They could run down the side of the yard easily. So this seems to be working here also. So I kind of feel like I'd want to put it somewhere around here. I might end up moving all these flower pots, maybe moving them over to a different part of the patio and putting the feeder next to the greenhouse. I don't know how that would work. Or maybe I could just put the feeder here for now, like next to the table and chairs. That'd be kind of awkward though. So I gotta figure this out today, hopefully, if not tomorrow, because I'm supposed to be going away tomorrow night. It's tentative right now. And then I'll be gone the following night also, so it's going to be like a 48-hour trip. So that's why I figured let me set up the automatic feeder again, because at least these outside cats would have some kind of dry food while I'm away. And that's what I did for Stella, Boo, and the kittens 6 Septembers ago, yeah, in 2016. That's why I got this automatic feeder and figured out the setup to begin with, was because I was going away for weeks that time. And I needed a way to make sure that they were fed while I was away. So I had this set up, and then Grandma and Grandpa came over, I think like once or twice, to make sure that this was refilled and that there was food around for the cats. They left piles and piles of dry food out for the cats, and that worked out well. And I'll never forget when I came back from that trip, the cats were all so much bigger than they were before I left. And at that time we were feeding the cats, they were really cheap supermarket brand crunchies, and that was like the last time I did that. I was like, yeah, I'm not filling up these cats with corn, wheat, and soy, because it definitely does not appear to be healthy for them. So then we made a switch to better crunchies after that. So yeah, I got to look into setting this up. And this is the doghouse structure I'm talking about. So this used to be on the other side of the patio, and this used to house the automatic feeder, and it protected it from the elements, and the cats could just, you know, enter in from here. The bowl would be like right here, so they could just easily eat from there. Obviously 6 cats cannot eat from it at the same time, so they would have to eat in shifts. But that's okay. Stella and the kittens used to, all 3 of them, eat at the same time. Although at the time, I did not have this doghouse shelter. This doghouse was the following year in 2017, when it was Boo and Hydrox on the patio. When I had Stella and the other cats, it was a more open shelter. It was kind of like a lean-to shed. And then I got this on clearance, and I was like, wow, this could work really well. And this worked well. I mean, it was in here for 4 years, and it worked really well for 4 years. Another option for this would be to find the lid. I just searched the garage. I don't have the lid for this. Maybe if I went to Lowe's, and if they're still selling this tub, I could get a lid for it, and then I'd be able to strap a lid down on it. First, I have to put bricks inside to make it really heavy so the raccoons can't move it. Then I'd put the lid on. I'd have to strap the lid down, and then I could just slide this over to this table and put this table in front of it so it blocks the bowl from rain. That might be, and that actually might be a better option. And then put a heavy paver or 2 on top of it just to keep the raccoons from moving it. We have such big raccoons here, and they're pretty strong, so they move stuff around and they'll like knock stuff over. So I definitely have to weight it down a lot. There's 1 brick there. I have to find the other bricks. They've been scattered around the yard, but both of these sides just get loaded down with bricks. Also, I wanted to point out the way the bottom of this was cut. So in earlier versions, it wasn't cut as low to the bowl, and the raccoons were able to stick their hands up into the feeder and try to get food off the conveyor belt. So when I made this one, I made it as low as possible to still be able to get the bowl through the plastic tub. And that definitely helped also. It's really tricky being able to get the bowl through, or the hoop, because the hoop is attached to the feeder, but it definitely worked. It's 9:30 a.m. and 3 of the cats have showed up. So I guess they're not hungry. Maybe they already ate this morning. They pretty much just kind of sniffed around the plate, took a few bites, and left. It's 10:30 a.m. and Stella was just visiting me. I was trying to get some work done at my desk. And I was like, what's going on, Stella? And Stella's like, I want to wear my dress. So I just put her dress on her again. Hey, Stella. She has no mobility issues in this dress at all. She loves it. Stella, you look so pretty in your gown, in your princess gown. She says it's her queen gown. You look so pretty, Stella. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. The only thing is I can't really pet you when you're wearing your dress. Okay? I could pet you here.
I could pet the dress, but I don't want to ruin the dress. You look so pretty, Stella. And pet your cheeks. And pet the top of your head. And pet your chin. Happy girl. Happy girl. I'm gonna pet your belly over here. Okay. Good. What's the queen getting herself into? Oh, she wants to go on her royal balcony? Here, Stella. Okay, no, you're gonna walk around? Gonna walk around? Okay. I don't want to make it too tight on her, but maybe I need to make it a little bit tighter than it is. No, it seems to be good. Stella says it's good. She says she likes it. Okay, Stella. You're gonna relax here? What you gonna do? You gonna relax? Hello, pretty. Hello, pretty Queen Stella. Stella wants pets and snuggles. You're so pretty, Stella. You gonna relax for a while? Okay. I'll let you relax. I just got back from Target and Boo got his Halloween costume. Look what he is. He's a bee. How you doing, Boo? You like your costume? He loves any yellow costumes. He was a school bus, and he was a banana. He was a boo-nana, and this year he's a bee. So you know what that means, right? He's a boo-bee. Right, Boo? Boo, you're a booby? He says, ha, ha, ha. Now, it does come with a little hat, but Boo doesn't really like having hats on his head. But he is enjoying this bee costume. Boo, you look so handsome as a bee. So this costume goes around his neck, and then it also goes around his belly, and he let me Velcro both sides. That's how you know he really likes something, when he doesn't even try to fight against it. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get him out of this, but... And this is what Simba got. Simba got a chef's hat. Is Simba gonna wear his chef's hat? Here's Simba with his chef's hat. Simba's not cooperating with the hat. He wants to eat it. Maybe the cats are hungry. They didn't have their dinner yet. Here's Boo. He's relaxing. How you doing, Boo? So this is what I have going on right now. I put bricks on both sides of this feeder. I could put a few more bricks, but for now that's good. I tested out the feeder. It is working. There was actually still some dry food in it, so I dispensed what was in it into the bowl. I don't know if anyone's going to eat it, but the raccoons will probably eat it. There's some dinner platter underneath the feeding table, the one with the white bib and the white shoes. Maybe his name is Charlie, came by. He was looking around, and I put the feeding table here, so it's kind of protecting the bowl of crunchies. I need to get a cover, and I need to weight it down. Actually, I need to go get more crunchies inside and fill this up. Then I need to get a cover and put some kind of weight on it, so I might take a ride to either Lowe's or Home Depot. Neither of them sell this tub anymore, and
yeah, there was nothing even remotely similar that had a cover. So I might see if I could just buy like a piece of wood that would fit, and then I'll put some bricks on top of it, and that could work. Actually, I just found this old whiteboard that I had in the garage. Instead of throwing it out, I put it in the garage, figuring maybe I could use it for something. And it fits really good, so I just put a paver on top of it. It's like MDF, so it's not going to last in the rain or anything. It's not going to last a long time, but for now, for a temporary solution, this should work. So maybe I don't have to run to the Lowe's or Home Depot right now. It's 8 p.m. There are several cats wandering around. Some of them have eaten a little bit of the dry food that's in the bowl of the automatic feeder, and they ate all of the homemade raw food that was on the platter. So I just mixed up some more for them. I mixed in some water, and then I put it on the platter. So that's what I did. The one with the white paws is eating right now, and there's two others next to him. I don't know if you could see him because it's dark. I think one of them is Little Richard, and the other one might be Ringo. Oh no, there's a tortie. Oh, one of them is Ringo, and then one of them is a tortie. They're getting a little bit more brave because obviously I'm standing out here and they're still on the patio. The one with the white has been the most brave today. I don't know if his name is Charlie or his name is Peter. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe Peter Cottontail with the white paws, and I know Peter Cottontail didn't have white paws. He had a white cottontail tail. But I'm just not 100% sold on the name of this cat yet. And I'm gonna go inside because there's a lot of bugs out. I'm getting all bit up.
It's 7:10 a.m. This is what Boo looks like when he sees a cat outside.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's 7:23 a.m. and Simba and Boo just got into a horrific fight right here on these cat towers. Now, I was not here to witness it, but I heard it from the other room, and I've never heard Simba scream like that before. When I came into this room, Boo was here. His tail was all big. Like, he looked like a wild man, like a total wild man. I don't know if he saw something outside and it freaked him out. Oh yeah, look. Little Richard's outside. There's Little Richard. So I don't know if Boo was agitated from that and Simba just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But when I came into the room, not only was Boo's tail all big and did he look like a crazy man, but he was like moving his mouth like I haven't seen him do before. So it was like he just ate something, and I was just like, oh no, I hope he did not bite Simba. So then I had to find Simba. I looked everywhere, finally found him under the bed. And I had to coax him out because I wanted to examine him to see if he had any bite wounds or anything. So with the magic of a churu, I was able to coax Simba out from under the bed. And he ate part of the churu. Then I picked him up and I put him on the bed. And I gave him a thorough going over. Like, I felt every single part of his body pretty much. And I made sure I examined his arms and legs because a lot of times when cats get in a fight, that's where they will get bit. I know from when Boo was outside and when Ditto was outside, they used to get a lot of bites on their arms and legs. So I examined Simba. I have not found any puncture wounds, which is good. So for anyone who's new on this channel, Boo has FIV. He's FIV positive, and he can transmit that to another cat with deep puncture wounds. Now, so far, Boo has not exhibited any symptoms of FIV other than some of his teeth falling out, which could be FIV related, or it could just be his genetic line has issues with their teeth. But other than that, he has not shown any issues with regard to the FIV. And the only thing we really need to be cautious of is him biting one of the other cats in such a way that he would then infect them. And in order to do that, it would have to be like a deep puncture wound. So that's why when I was training him and integrating him back with the other cats, I was very, very cautious about doing so because he loved jumping on them and attacking them. And even though he stopped jumping on them, he is still a fighter by nature. You know, he was a feral cat for the first 2 years of his life. He had to be a fighter to survive. So he still has that in him. He's also an alpha. Like, he thinks he is just the king of the house and everyone has to bow down before him. So that's another issue. It's an issue of dominance with Boo. And Simba likes to be friendly, and Simba wants to be friends with everyone and wants everyone to get along. And Simba doesn't like to think of other cats, you know, having a mean bone in their body. He doesn't like to think of other cats being mean. So sometimes that'll put him into a situation where Boo might kind of misinterpret Simba's actions and then retaliate by attacking him. So yeah, it's not always fair to Simba, but he's a very good cat and he always means well. And right now I have Simba in this room with the door closed because the cats need a timeout. Stella's been in this room all morning. She hasn't left it, so she's still in here with us. And Boo is just out in the other part of the house. And it's really good to give cats a timeout to let them cool down. I found that works really, really well. Whenever there's some kind of cat fight in the house or a disagreement among cats or an argument, because there are all different levels of interactions with the cats. This was an all-out fight. So whenever something like this happens, I do find it beneficial to separate the cats and give them a timeout. It's as simple as putting Boo in his room, putting Simba in another room, and just letting them cool off for, I would say, at least an hour. That usually works pretty well. Boo's not in his room today because I was just trying to examine Simba and deal with Simba. So as long as they're separated, then that's fine. Here's Boo. He just moved over to this set of cat towers, and he just told me that he was trying to do his job and Simba was in the way. And that's what happened. So Simba was on the cat tower. Boo was trying to do his job, so he was trying to get up to the window so he could look out and make sure he's monitoring the actions in the yard. And, you know, Simba was in the way and they got into a disagreement. And Boo takes his job very seriously. So he wanted Simba out of the cat tower because he wanted into the cat tower. And Simba didn't want to move because Simba was happy where he was. So that is what was causing the fight. Boo says it was a very big misunderstanding. But Boo, you got to be nice to the cats, okay? He says he really didn't want to harm Simba. He was just trying to do his job. He's been very intense about doing his job today. We also have to remember that Boo is very sensitive when it comes to kittens because he's very protective of them. And we know this because when Splash and Simba were little and living outside with Stella and Boo, Boo was their protector. Stella would go out to try to find food, and I'd look to see where the kittens were, and I would see Boo with them. So we know Boo is very protective of kittens. We also know that because whenever I get a card and I open it up and it's one of those musical cards that have kittens meowing, Boo is very concerned about those kittens. Even if I'm watching a video, like say I'm watching a video on my iPad and it has kittens meowing, Boo gets very concerned. So I think what's happening is he's seeing these cats outside and they're very small and they basically are kittens. They're just older kittens. And Boo's very concerned about them. Cats are emotionally complicated animals. Some people think that animals really don't think, they don't feel, they're not capable of emotions, but that's definitely not the case, especially with cats. Cats are capable of emotions. They're capable of thinking. We know that because they can figure out puzzles. You know, I have these puzzles that I put the dry food in, and they can figure out like the feeders that I put the dry food in. So they're capable of thinking, and Simba loves reverse engineering any toy, even a toy on a string. Simba wants to always bite the string and cut the string in half and get to the toy that way. So They are capable of thought, they're capable of feelings, and they're definitely capable of complex relationships among their group. So I think if more people spent more time observing a group of cats or a group of animals and not projecting onto them, like don't project your own thoughts and feelings onto them, just observe them and just observe their interactions and the way they behave and what they're doing and why they're doing it. And I think a lot of people would be surprised and also learn a lot about animal behavior. Simba has decided he wants out of my room. He wants to go downstairs. He's looking for Splash. You okay, Simba? It's about 8 a.m. The automatic feeder outside dispensed food this morning. And there's little Richard. He's eating some of it. That plate is from last night. It got blown around. So I looked at the security camera footage this morning, and it seems that some skunks really enjoyed the food that was in the automatic feeder last night. Possums came by, raccoons came by. So there's quite a bit of wildlife traveling through yesterday, which is good because the food that was in the bowl was the old food. I mean, it's been out in the feeder for like a year. So I was hoping that the wildlife would eat it. And then yesterday evening, I refilled it with new food, which hopefully is what the cat is eating now. And I'm glad that the cats have figured out that there's food in there. So that's what I was curious about. Are they going to figure out that there's food in that bowl and they can eat it? So that way, when I'm away for the next few days, they're not going to be completely without food. Again, I don't know who else is feeding them. I don't know where they go. They don't spend their entire day in my yard. They just kind of travel through. I see them occasionally. So good to know the feeder's working again. And it's good to know that this setup worked also. I saw the skunks trying to get up into the feeder and even the raccoons. And there seems to be enough weight to keep it stable. So I did ask Grandpa Farrell if he could build a new feeding table. This is what I call the feeding table. And I told him that I would like it to be 3 inches taller. These are 12-inch legs. I told him I'd like 15-inch legs and a 3-foot by 3-foot top. And if it's a little bit taller, it'll actually fit over the plastic tub that's holding the automatic feeder. Plus, if it's bigger, it'll give more protection to cats that are eating under it. Also, I did not hear back from the rescue group that I contacted yesterday. So I emailed them in the morning, and I've not received any emails back, no phone calls, nothing. So I'll see if anyone gets back to me today. And if not, maybe I'll try calling them later in the day. But I've tried calling them several times, and it just goes straight to like a voicemail. Plus, if I'm away for the next few days, there's nothing that I could really do here as far as, even if they sent someone out and I had to tell them or show them, I wouldn't be able to do that. So maybe I'll just see what happens, see if they contact me over the next several days, and then deal with it again on Monday. How you doing, Simba? You okay? You okay, Simba? You want a squeezy? You want crunchies? You hungry? You hungry? No, you want to sleep? Okay.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
Hello, Simba. So it's 11 p.m. I just got home, finished unloading my car. I've been gone for 48 hours, and this is why I can't give the cats unlimited crunchies. So when I walked in the back door, I noticed this. So there's some vomit on the rug, and here's some vomit on the floor. It looks like, I don't know, maybe someone ate the vomit. There's not a whole lot of vomit there, but there was. Here in the hallway, I have some vomit, or remnants of vomit. And here's the hallway rug, and what do we have? More vomit. This is what's on the floor in my bedroom. This is vomit. These crunchies have not even been digested. These crunchies have been eaten and then regurgitated. And right here in the living room, there's a little bit more vomit. It's not too far from a crunchy feeder. There's a little bit more vomit here in the living room. And look what we have in the dining room. More undigested crunchies. So, yep, I did not expect this at all. And I'm gonna have to clean it all up. So if I had to make a bet as to which cat did this, my money would be on Boo, because he was in a really weird mood when I left the other night, and he spent the most time eating crunchies out of the crunchy feeders, his interactive crunchy feeder, and then the other one with the push button, the one that Stella likes. Also, the cats had crunchies in the automatic feeders. Yesterday morning they had homemade raw food. And then yesterday evening for dinner, they had crunchies and freeze-dried raw. And then today for breakfast and dinner, they had crunchies and freeze-dried raw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean everything up. And then I'm going to give the cats some squeeze-ups. And hopefully they'll all eat squeeze-ups. If someone was really sick, they would not be acting normal right now. Boo's acting normal. He met me by the back door. He's super happy that I'm home. Simba's relaxing here on the cat tower. When I checked the security camera footage while I was away, Simba was acting totally normal. Here's Splash. Splash has been acting totally normal on the security camera footage. And here's Stella. Stella was acting normal also. Every time I checked the security cameras, the only cat that was acting a little strange was Boo. And the only reason he was acting strange is because he was moping around the house, because that's what he does when I'm not here. So he was sleeping more in the cat tower, like his office cat tower, and then he was eating a lot of crunchies out of the crunchy touch feeders, his interactive feeders, and he was just kind of walking around. It's 9:08 a.m. and this is Ringo and one of the torties. One of the torties was just on top of the table. That's why I grabbed the camera. So this automatic feeder outside is still on. I'm going to shut it off today because it's attracting a lot of raccoons. I was looking at the security camera footage from overnight. So many raccoons. Skunks, possums, and just raccoon after raccoon. So I'm going to shut it off because now that I'm back home, I'm just going to put plates of food out for the little cats. And I definitely need to make some phone calls this week. I want to call a few more vets or animal hospitals to see where I could bring these for spay and neuter. I got to figure out the logistics of that. So that's why I want to shut off the automatic feeder, because if the automatic feeder is off, then I'm more likely to be able to get a cat into a trap using food. So all the inside cats are acting normal this morning, and they just had their breakfast. Boo is still eating his. He likes to finish his breakfast in his room. So far so good. Everyone seems to be back to normal. I honestly think the vomiting was from Boo, because when I'm not here, he does get anxiety, and he does overeat on crunchies. So today I have to empty out any remaining food in the feeders, and then also clean them out and get them ready. I like to get them all cleaned, washed, and ready to go for the next time that I need to go away. That way I don't have to do anything then. They're all set up and I just have to fill them. It's 9:30 a.m. I just looked outside and there's two cats playing with each other in the yard. And here comes the one with the white paws that's walking across the patio. They're having a good time, so I'm not going to go outside right now. The other day when I went outside, I noticed there's a hole in the ground. Can you see? It's like that dark area. And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I was watering the plants. So I filled it with water, and it filled up with water. So it's just like a hole. And it seems that the cats are playing with it. They're having a really good time today. They're running around, and then they're playing with that hole. So then I was like, I wonder if it's a rodent hole. But I did fill it with water, and it doesn't go down deep to like a nest or anything. It's only a few inches deep. Maybe they enjoy having an unlimited supply of food out of that feeder. Right now it's going off 3 times a day. It's going off in the morning, in the middle of the day, and then before the sun goes down. And I have it set so that it dispenses a lot of food before the sun goes down, because that's when these cats were eating. These cats were eating like around dusk, like just before sunset. So that's why I have it dispensing the most amount of food. But that's probably not the best thing to do. Now that they're used to it, I should probably have it dispense the most amount in the morning. That way, by the end of the day, there's less food in it and less for the raccoons and skunks and possums to eat. Also, Grandpa Farrell made a new feeding table that's a little bit bigger than this one. This one is around 2 feet by 3 feet, and the one that he made is 3 feet by 3 feet, so it's quite bigger. And it has, higher legs. It'll be more stable, and I'm going to put that outside. Right now it's in my car. I haven't been outside yet. I don't want to freak the cats out. I'm just going to let them enjoy their morning. I have a lot of other things I can be doing inside. But it's supposed to be a beautiful day today. It's supposed to be in the 80s. It's probably going to be the last day in the 80s for quite a while. So I want to be outside and really enjoy it. I hope that's not a rodent hole. Here's Boo. He's in his room. He's watching the cats outside. And I'm wondering if the next time I go away, I should just leave him in his room by himself. He might like that better. If I just put him in here, shut the door. He'd probably be happy for a few days because he's so happy in this room. Like, he is so happy. He has everything he needs. He has the day sofa, which he loves laying on. Loves sleeping on it. He has this window, which he loves looking out of. He has his automatic feeder, and then he has a litter box. The only thing I'd have to put in here is water. But I think he might be happier that way. I might try it. Or if I know I'm going to be out for like a day, not an overnight trip for just like most of the day, I might try it that way and see what happens. I've been outside for a while dealing with some stuff in the yard, and I just came inside and I'm watering the inside plants, and I found this. There's a lot of vomit, a lot of liquid. Boo has been drinking water, and if I want to do some detective work, it looks like there's a whole bunch of crunchies in here, which would have been crunchies that have been in the automatic feeder overnight. So I just cleaned all the automatic feeders, emptied them out. There was leftover crunchies in them, so it looks like someone ate a bunch of leftover crunchies. There also looks like remnants of a hairball with some black hair, some black cat hair. Now, the other day, Boo threw up a hairball in this exact location with some food. So that would make me think this was Boo. Also because he was laying on a cat tower not far from here. That would also make me think it's Boo. But he's acting normal right now. So here's Boo right now. And what happened was when I came inside, I walked out of the kitchen into the hallway and I saw Boo peeking out of the living room at me. And I was looking at him, I'm like, why is he peeking at me like that? So I walked over to him and gave him some pets. And then he walked over to this room, which is my bedroom. And he jumped on the bed and I gave him more pets. And then he jumped on the cat tower. So he seems to be feeling okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the vomit. And then I'll give him a squeeze up and we'll see if he eats it. And if he eats it, then that's good. What's going on, Boo? He still can be out of sorts from his schedule being off and me being away, but this puts him under observation right now. The cat said raw food for breakfast, and Boo finished his food in his room like normal, and he was acting totally normal this morning, so I'm hoping it's just the remnants of that hairball that just was upsetting his stomach. Because the other day, it did not look like he got the full hairball out. And maybe he got the rest of it out today. Look at this. I just came in the kitchen to get some cleaning supplies. And I saw this. I think this is the two torties. What they're eating is leftover food. So all that food on that platter was left over in the 3 automatic feeders downstairs. So it's a bunch of the freeze-dried raw food. That's those lighter nuggets are, and then some of the crunchies. And they were perfectly good. They've just been in the feeder for like a day or two. So I figured I'm not going to throw them out. I'll put them on a plate and I'll put them outside. The bowl of the automatic feeder is empty, but I did shut it off, so it's not going to be dispensing. And that's why I put this out here. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if that automatic feeder is empty. It shouldn't be. I'm going to check on it later. So it's much easier to access the automatic feeder when it's set up like this, because all I have to do is take the paver off the top and then the piece of wood, and then it's right there. When it was in the doghouse shelter, I'd have to take the entire roof off. Then I would have to take the paver off. Then it was a piece of wood, and then it was a piece of insulation. And then I'd finally get to the feeder. So it was a lot more work. This, I just take off those 2 things and get straight to it. And it's been holding up really well, even with the raccoons trying to get into it. I've been watching the security camera footage at night, and yeah, they try everything they can to get into that, but it's been holding up really well. I also put fresh water in the 2 water bowls outside. So there's this one, and then there's the big stainless steel one on the side of the house. That way they have fresh water. The reason why I use such big water bowls is so that if debris gets in it or dirt or whatever, it'll dilute it more, and whatever water is in it will be fresher than if it's a small bowl. I'm trying to figure out if both of these cats have the same face markings. I thought only one of them had that face marking like going down their face, but they both might. So I thought this one was Ziggy. See how it has the marking like down the middle of the face? It reminded me of Ziggy Stardust. But does this one have it also? Oh no, this one is a little bit different. I need to figure out how to distinguish them from their markings other than their face. I think this is the first time in a very long time that I've seen the 2 of them together. They're obviously sisters. It's 12:30 p.m. Stella's hanging out by the back door, and I looked out the window, and the cat with like the white paws was outside, and it was sneaking around the patio. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if its name is Sneakers, because it has like the white shoes, which would be sneakers, and the way it sneaks around, like it was like seriously sneaking around. And I think it definitely saw Stella because it was looking at Stella, and then it was doing, you know, the thing the cats do where they get like really low and then they walk really slow and carefully. It was basically sneaking around. So I'm wondering if that's its name. Maybe its name is Sneakers. It's 5:30 p.m. and let me show you what's going on here. So I noticed that the cats were looking for food in the bowl of the automatic feeder, which I shut off earlier. So I put a plate of the homemade cat food down for them with some crunchies. And look at this, I'm on the patio and they're coming to eat. Right now I'm probably 7 or 8 feet away from them. So right now little Richard's eating, and then that's Ringo who just grabbed some food. We could see him a few feet away. And then in the back of the yard, wow guys, in the back of the yard, I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is because it's not the one with the boots. This is another one. Is there 7? There's a total of 7? Oh my. Wow. That's not one of the torties, for sure. I got a really good look at the other tortie today. She's really pretty. She has a dark face, and then she has like a lighter circle above her left eye. So I'm working on a name for her. Wow, I don't know who this one is that we're looking at right now. The one on the left is Richard, and the one on the right is Ringo. Now, the other ones were just here, but I think they got scared when I came out. I'm gonna put another platter of food together for them, and we'll see who comes out. They're eating really, really fast. Maybe they haven't been happy with just the crunchies out of the automatic feeder. But they're definitely less afraid of me, even though they're probably just gonna eat the food and run. So this is the new table that Grandpa Farrell made. The legs are longer and the top is wider. It should actually fit over the automatic feeder in that blue tub, which could be convenient. The goal is just to protect the bowl from rain. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, I'd probably have to remove that middle leg on that side, because he put 3 legs on each side just for added stability in case some heavy raccoons jump on top of it. And I think they screw off, so I'll be able to get that off if I need to. Right now I just put it here to test it out, and it's working really good. It's nice for the cats to have some extra headspace underneath it, and it definitely gives them more space, so if it was raining, there's more room for them under there to eat. I just came inside to get more food. There is about 6 cats in the yard right now. There's 2 eating. We could see 2 on the grass, and I think there's another 2 in the back. I can't believe how many cats are around. None of them have tipped ears that I could see. I just came outside with some more food. So this is a can of Friskies with some water mixed in. The rest of the homemade food is still frozen. It's not fully defrosted yet. So there's 3 cats under the table and there's 2 in the back. So I just put it on a platter with some dry food. I put it under the table with the other platter. And this is what's going on. There's 5 cats. 1 brand new one. But they all seem to be from the same litter. They're all the same size. They're all the same age. I don't know how many cats can be from 1 litter. This would make 7. Alright, I'm gonna go inside. I'll let them come back and eat. So it's 5:48 p.m. and I hope they eat now because once it gets dark, then the raccoons are gonna be coming around. But I have to say I'm really shocked and surprised by how less fearful they are today. Maybe going away for 48 hours helped with that. Maybe having the automatic feeder on helped with that. I don't know. But they're not running away when I go outside. They're not running out of the yard. And I was only outside for a few minutes and I'm like all bitten up by bugs right now. So I don't know how these cats survive out there without getting a million bug bites. It looks like they like the homemade food better than the Friskies, because they're not even touching the plate with the Friskies. It's 6:30 p.m. and both of the plates are almost empty. The plate that had the Friskies still has some of the dry cat food on it. So I'm gonna see if I could put a little bit more food out if anyone else wants to eat more. There's still some cats in the yard. So we'll see. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.